I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do. And you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss you. The way that you sing in the car, like hearing where you are, driving to work or to school, and doing everything you do. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I miss you. I know I've done a lot of bad things to you, but give me one more chance and I will make it up to you. You know it would mean a lot. I'm giving it all that I've got. I'd do anything for you, anything that you want me to. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I'd do anything for you, and I miss you. Yes, I miss you. Yeah. Yes, I miss you.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. And if you're finding this after we recorded it live, hope your week's going well. No matter when this reading finds its way into your algorithm and you decide to come and click on it, hang out with us for a little bit or a lot of it is perfect timing as always. They're timeless messages meant to find you exactly when they're supposed to. And thank you guys for being here and being a part of the fam. What's up, Roxana? Oh, thank you so much. You are a doll. Spinny hugs. What's up, Mandy Pants? Morning, Catherine. How are you guys? Mercedes in the house. What up, what up? Hey, Cappy Goat. Hi, Melissa. What up, Sunshine Intuitive Tarot? Y'all, I've got the link to Sunshine Intuitive Tarot's channel down in the description. If you haven't subscribed, you should totally go and check her out. Her oracle messages rock. She is so much better at oracle messages than me. I got to have the pictures. She can work with like anything in front of her. She's awesome sauce. But yeah, hi, how's it going? Oh, thanks, E-Doyles. Thank you very much. I finally got a chance to get it done. I think I lost 5 pounds too. It was a help. What's up, Branched Out? Thanks for joining in. What's up? Eliza's here. Oh my God, how you been? Been a minute. Oh, by the way, too, we're gonna do some channel announcements to get things started. So let's pop that out on first time stamp at 3:19. All right. But if you haven't been getting notified on when I go live, because every stream we do is live, there's a few that are pre-recorded. But if you haven't been, what I was told by my Google AdSense little advisor, IT guy, was that you need to tap the bell, and then you'll notice that it's set to either personalized or none. And that's why you don't get notified. So if you turn it back to all, it'll reset it. And that way you'll get notified on posts, on live streams, collabs, everything that's going down. All right. So just a little something to help you out. And thank you very much for hyping and liking the reading. Appreciate that. It helps get us out in the interwebs. Even leaving a comment, even if it's just an emoji or something like that, it helps. Means the world to me. And if you are new here, thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys all for the comments on the haircut. Oh my gosh. I've got an awesome Sagittarius hairstylist, a friend of Mama T's, that comes over to the house and took care of all of us over the weekend. So shout out to Sagittarius Energy. Thank you very much, Sabrina, for the awesome haircuts. Many, many compliments. Thank you. All right. Anything else we need to worry about, or channel announcements or anything like that? I think we're good. If I remember it later on, I'll tell you guys. But that's pretty much about it. Just keep me posted so you can subscribe, be a part of the channel. And if you do want to book a personal reading with me or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, the link's pinned in my bio and also right here in this QR code you can scan down in the description and comment section too. But that'll take you to the Archer Network, the automated booking site where you can check pricing and availability and all of the other playlists and everything the channel has to offer, including the links to the original song I wrote that's used in the intro. And shout outs to my producer from Nashville for making it happen. All right. You guys ready to rock on this one? let's do it. We're going to do all the good stuff coming your way. All right. I will not filter out the bad stuff. That way, if something is coming your way bad, we at least have a heads up, because forewarned is forearmed. Okay. Aries to Pisces, typical order, standard energies. So if y'all are ready, you ready, Queen Ja? Ready, Marie? Thank you guys all for being here, loving the like, and just being a part of the channel and the family. That means the world to me. All right. And even the interactions with the video helps get us in the interwebs. I love you guys for it. All right. Let's begin. All right. Starting from the top, we're going to begin with Aries. Whatever message comes out, of course, highest and greatest good. The light's on. The energy is saged. Let's begin. Aw, thanks, Nova. You're awesome. What's up, Trucker Rob? Thanks for coming in. You guys are cool. All right. Let's do it to it. And thank you for tapping the screen and loving the like and hyping these readings. It means a lot. All right. Definitely needed. All right. Let's begin. Aries, we're going to put you at, oh, I'm totally waiting for 615. I think we did that last time too. Shout out to Nashville. So Aries, we're going to wait a second. Oh, thanks, Drea. Here's Virgo. What you been up to? Delayed response. No worries. What's up? What's up? Oh, I'm covering. Oh, and I missed it. Anyhow, 622 maybe. That's cool. I'll focus. Let's do it. Hey, Aries, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here, being a part of this. Thank you for hyping, liking the reading. Even just leaving a little comment if it's just an emoji to keep your private life private. It does help interact with the channel and get it out there. All right, Aries, let's begin. God, tap me in, tune me into Aries' energy. Give me the good stuff coming forward for the week ahead from whenever this pops into Aries' algorithm and they find this reading. Add 7 days. All right, Aries, what do we have for Aries? And if you do want to book a personal with me, Aries, you can scan the QR code or check out the link in the description box. It'll take you to the automated booking site. All right, let's see. Aries, what do we have for Aries? Let's do it. 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the amazingly awesome, straight up awesome, chunky applesauce awesome with cinnamon in it. Aries, here we go. Okay, the overall energy is the 4 of Cups, Cancer energy, which does show a little bit of frustrations because your 3 of Cups aren't coming to fruition, right? When you have that 3 of Cups dreams that you want to have for a wedding or a marriage or a union, and it doesn't happen, it leaves you frustrated. And in the journey, you wind up in the 4 of Cups where you get rather emotional and overwhelmed, which can even lead you to a point of 5 of Cups feeling like you missed out on something or just depressed, sad feeling. 5 of Swords shows that it's a little bit more of grieving that you're going through. The frustrations are becoming a lot, right? Ooh. But out of the greatest test come the greatest of rewards, because underneath that's 10 of Cups. That takes you to an emotional high, so to speak. Pisces energy on this one. Pisces, Aquarius, and Cancer energy so far. But let me get 7 cards, and we're going to see where it goes. I have the 6 of Swords, Aquarius energy, Page of Pentacles. I'm pulling Capricorn on the Page of Pentacles. Because in the tarot, the pages are still young. They don't know what they want to be when they grow up yet. So they're still just enjoying life, right? The Kings are mutable energy. The Knights are fixed. Queens are cardinals. But the pages, they're kind of a wild card. And I pulled Capricorn out for that. 3 of Cups brings 3 of Cups brings more Cancer. And that energy of a union, of a marriage, of something that would make you happy and worth celebrating, that led to the 4 of Cups because they kept slow walking the connection, right? Giving you messages in the Page of Pentacles, but always trying to like manipulate the words in the 6 of Swords so they didn't have to go all the way into the commitment, right? No wonder the overall energy would be the 4 of Cups. There's frustration, emotional frustration. There's the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, whoa, and the 7 of Swords. Cancer and Aquarius is really strong in this reading. Interesting. Doesn't got to be their sun sign, but it's definitely part of their chart activating for you. And the overall down here is the 8 of Wands, which does show they want to take this forward. And that even in the silence or the time apart through the 5 stages of separation that are required for this true love to happen. There's a link to the short that explains that down in the description. But even in the silence, you guys are still moving forward towards a union, okay? The stuff that you don't see and don't hear are what's motivating this forward. And I see as we come into the year of the fire horse, look at the horses on the Chariot card. When we come, some of you guys might live, do you guys live near a ranch or some kind of a memory about going horseback riding? Anyways, it's going to start moving faster now that we're in the year of fire horse. We needed to get the rest of the year of the energetical snake out of the way in order for them to cut out the 7 of Swords vibes. Look at them sneaking around in this one. It does show, though, that like maybe they used the 5 of Swords that you were feeling against you in a way, but they needed to stop acting that way in order to, you know, come in correct. Some of you guys here could be born on the 6th or the 8th, maybe noticing repeating 6 or 8s. And March 7th might be a date that means something to you. It's the thing about it. Hold on, I'm going to get a little more. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords. I'll see, there's the 5 of Swords that came back. That's what I needed. So the vibes on it is that like they needed to grow up and glow up big time, right? Especially when I got 2 different pages coming out, an emotional page and a stubborn page, right? Some of you guys, they would control you with the silence, blocking and unblocking you. Like unblock you, send out some kind of passive aggressive text, and block you before you had a chance to respond. All right. It's like they needed to work on this glowing up because their childish antics was getting a lot to put up with. Some of you guys, there could be children involved. But every time they screwed something up on this, it left you both feeling kind of 5 of Swords stuck. But then after they walked away from you, like when their fight or flight kicked in on this here, then they wound up like freaking out on you, begging for you back, right? It's almost like some of you guys felt like they set it up or they did it for a reason or knew what they were doing, right? Because as soon as that would kick in, they would either run or you'd back away, and then they would come back and I'm so sorry, I promise I won't do it again. But then they would do it again, right? It's almost like you're like sick of waiting. You're at a period that out of the like, let's wait and see what happens vibes to like wanting to take action. I mean, you are the cardinal fire sign. You don't like it when somebody like tries to hold you back. It's almost like they had a way of belittling your dreams a bit. You'd get a little passion, a little spark, a little idea, and they'd be like, oh, that is just silly, Aries. They never supported you. The Magician card to the Fool on the Ace of Swords. Aries and the Judgment card with the Ace of Pentacles. This is getting heavy. Confirmation on the 9 of Pentacles underneath here with the 8 of Cups too, that they are single. For any of you that might have thought there was somebody else in their life, I'm seeing on this one with the 5 of Pentacles, they're still closed off to it because they weren't ready for anything because their focus is the Queen of Wands energy with you. Which means for some of you guys, that post they're making with somebody else in the picture, it's like a coworker or a friend or something. Judgment card and the Ace of Pentacles coming out to it. It's like they couldn't keep making demands of you. That's a big thing. Even for those of you that are still communicating via those social media posts, it's almost like you are actually the one manifesting them in through your thoughts or through your prayers. You're powerful at this time. Ace of Swords to the Chariot. All right. So you are calling them back in just by thinking about them, wondering what they're up to, and working on a way to overcome it. It's like you don't need any spell work or stuff like that. Because even around here, we don't do the spell work. We block and protect on that. But it's like you're the one that's literally tractor beaming them in. This is the results of the work you've put in on yourself. No wonder you're so tired and frustrated. It's a lot to go through. They had a lot of growing and a lot of learning to do, though, but I do see them showing up for you in a much more stable mindset. Could be dealing with another cardinal sign like a Libra or a Capricorn, Cancer, possibly even another Aries, but Virgo and Scorpio are pretty strong right now, too. There is Leo energy, but it feels like the Leo energy might be at a distance, or you guys live at a distance. Yeah, for some of you guys, it's like a digital romance, right? Like an online meetup thing. But I do see them wanting to take things into like the next level with you, right? See how the Judgment card shows them living up after reflecting on themselves and what they did, you know? Because some of you guys have had to relocate, change, start from scratch, maybe staying in hotels, living in cars, because they couldn't keep derailing this stuff, right? I see as you pass through this thing, it's like coming in an awkward vibe zone, this Ace of Pentacles, because it's like they don't pick up where you guys left off at, but they actually want to properly nurture and grow this connection to something long-term together. All right. They had to go on their way. You guys have both paid off some karmic debt, and that's the energy that they're getting clearance with, is Ace of Swords to reach out, communicate in a much more mature mindset. They needed to grow up. Right? Even I'm feeling your frustration. You're like, Archer, don't be nice to them. They needed to grow up. Some of you guys, like family might have been a factor getting involved in it, even those that are like maybe they had kids from a previous marriage or relationship, and that created a lot of awkward stuff. Some of you guys financially even supported them and helped them through some really tough times just for them to cut bait and run, right? Like they got what they wanted and then they were ready to move on. And it didn't work out well for you that way. You know what it is? It's that it's like you get the "we need to talk" text message or a DM or something that at first you're like, oh God, this isn't what I was wanting. And that awkward moment. but it actually winds up being a calm communication where you guys both get to express your 10 of Cups feelings for what you want going forward in order to start the Ace of Pentacles and plant those seeds and nurture the relationship right. Because when you plant seeds like this in the Ace of Pentacles, which the Knight of Pentacles delivers, these are what sprout and grow into your 10 of Pentacles long-term futures. So, like, you're going to feel nervous at first, even for those of you that have already gotten this text message, right? Let us know in the comments if you've already heard from them. That way we can still judge how fast they're returning. You know what I mean? All right? Because it looks like about 48% of you might have already gotten a text that your Five of Swords, like, oh, God, here we go again, same cycle, right? But it's not like that. The thing on this is it winds up being the message that finally leads to the Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups conversation you've waited for. I like that for you. You got Pisces, Capricorn, Aries. I mentioned the cardinal signs, Virgo and Gemini, Scorpio. Cancer's here, Pisces, all the water signs. There's a lot of emotions that are like finally being overcome in the week ahead. Then you got Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Gemini. And some of you guys are seeing repeating 1s and 2s, or somehow that ties into like somebody's address. And some of you guys were born on the 1st, the 9th, the 6th, the 3rd, the 30th. The 1st is here with the 16th, the 19th, maybe even the 4th, the 28th. And I'm going to even say the 16th if I didn't mention that one. All right. And I'm also seeing something about October 26th being a date that means something. Okay. So keep us posted down in the comments. And thank you for hyping, liking the reading. And otherwise, until next we meet, thanks for subscribing and being part of the fam. And I'll see you then. All right, Aries. Love you. Bye. I miss you guys. This is cool. I literally did just hear somebody scream out, "Unblock me, Aries." Whoever that resonates. Lizzie, what up? Hey, Carrie Ann. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hyping, liking the reading. The YouTube has done an algorithm reset. So a lot of your favorite tarot readers, our videos aren't getting out into the interwebs like they used to. So something like leaving an emoji as a comment or hyping or liking, checking the bell net, it really does help get it out there. Even the comments, if you just pop something down there that keeps private like an emoji. So thanks for being here, y'all. All right. Oh, thanks, Elijah. Appreciate you. Love you. Spinning hugs. All right. Next up, let's get on to Taurus. Let me get the throat chakra working. All right. Onward and forward. Next up is Taurus. You're going to be at 17:55. I kind of dig that timestamp. What up, Taurus? How you doing? Thanks for being here. All right. Let's tap in and tune in, think about your person, and let's see what's coming your way, looking at the good stuff. But if anything bad does come in, Taurus, we'll address it. Uh-oh. The deck jam, first deck jam. Taurus, whenever my deck jams, it tells me you need a spinny hug. And I'm a Cancer sun, and they always do say, for some reason, Taurus and Cancer go together like peanut butter and jelly. So come here. I'm going to give you a big bully spinny hug. All right? I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to spin you around until you start giggling, and your hair blows in the breeze like you're in a Jeep with the tops off. Jeep wave. And you might start feeling a little better, a little more giggly. All right. So if you ever need another one, you come back anytime you want. All right. Now, in that case, God, I want to know why Taurus needed a spinny hug. Tap me into me in the Taurus's energy. Think about your person, and let's do it, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Week ahead energies from whenever Taurus finds this reading and 7 days to it. Why am I whistle? I just heard whistle while you work. Anyways, I don't know how that resonates. No, that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right, guys? So, yeah. Hey, Steph. Ooh, nice. The deck just connected. The Emperor and Temperance comes out. Daddy's home. You got somebody entering into the divine masculine stage. Even for my male Tauruses, this could be a woman that's getting the logical part of the brains down. You know, like emotion versus logic, left brain versus right brain, masculine versus feminine. So somebody knows what they want, and they're getting ready to take action on it. These two cards together are almost 100% chance of communication. It's that freaky close. Maybe the spinny hug is because in this 5 of Wands, like, there's still a lesson being learned. And it's still all quiet on the home front, nobody addressing the situation in the Queen of Swords, and you just want peace, right? All right, let's see where it goes. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and Libra energy so far. I do feel Taurus vibes. Some of you guys, it could be a Taurus-Taurus connection. Cool. Okay, that's no bull. So let's go. Give me 2 shuffles for Taurus. What do we have? 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the terrifically tenacious, triumphant Taurians. Toro. Why did I squeak for you? Anyways, look what I was just talking about. Rewind if you missed it. The overall energy is the 10 of Cups. Something that you've dreamt about coming into reality, bringing something out of your subconscious into the 10 of Pentacles consciousness, okay? The 10 of Cups are your hopes, your dreams, your visions that you've done on your vision boards for what you want for your future, and you're the one calling it in. World card to the 6 of Wands. On the 5 of Cups. Some of you guys feel like you didn't successfully close a chapter or a cycle that hasn't ever gone away, something that keeps happening on repeat. I see with the 6 of Wands, the World card, it's just because we were still in the year of the snake that it felt like it wasn't successful. But that 6 of Wands tells me it did get achieved. By Pisces season, you're going to feel so much 10 of Cups better, all right? And that's not that long way away, especially if this pops into your algorithm further down the month. But that World card looks good on this one. Some of you guys could be dealing with Pisces, Leos here. That World card shows somebody getting all the parts of their charts to synchronize in order to close the chapter to begin a new one. And that's when the Fool card shows up. That's going to be so cool if the Fool card shows up, Taurus. Let's do it. What up, Skylar? Okay. I don't know why. I saw your major arcana with the High Priest, and for a second, I thought that was the Fool. Is there a Taurus here that is like Taurus, Aries, Cusper, or you act like a Taurus, or you act like an Aries, or you got a lot of Aries in your chart? It's like I can't tell the bull from the rum right now. Why am I talking like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean? 7 of Pentacles. What was that? 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, 7 of Cups. Whoa, hi Cancer, hi Scorpio. Man, there's Cancer energy all over the reading so far. It's almost like the Aries reading is part 1 and the Taurus reading is part 2. Even having the repeating 7s that have been showing up and the repeating 3s that leads into the Libra energy. Because you and Libra share the Empress card. It's about having 10 toes down and being mature and balanced and stable while balancing out the emotional and the logical side of the brain, the masculine, the feminine energies, and so on. This was a very big lesson in emotional maturity for them. And even a lot in self-confidence for you. 4 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles. Those cards together are strong breadcrumbing, right? So it's almost like some of you guys are actually still in a marriage or relationship with this person, and this is a fight that happened over the weekend, and now it's that weird awkwardness, or somebody sleeping on the couch, or somebody just snores a lot. Running Chainsaw says, what? Who said that? Female Tauruses, do you have a hard time sleeping at night when they're with you? And anyhow, I just heard 4 male Tauruses in the crowd go, it's her, Archer, when she... Okay, well, that's okay. Anyhow, so this person's overcoming their fight or flight instincts this week, because even though I just heard snoring, it was more like an airplane taking off, Amelia Earhart style, right? Oh, so they disappeared off the face of the map. Either they're not addressing the situation, or you guys live at a distance, and they use that as the opportunity to ghost after 7 of Pentacles, breadcrumbing and building you up. And I'm hearing Motown. Oh, I've been back in Detroit for a minute now. Why do you build me up, buddy, just to let me down and down there? And then worst of all, okay, anyways, is somebody here a musician or in the entertainment industry possibly? Somebody might even work in local news or something. But the Ace of Cups on the Queen of Cups with the Empress tells me that you're both having those dreams. Neither one of you are initiating the red thread or the telepathic connection. You guys both activate at the same time. So God's pumping the dreams down into both of you guys at the same time, okay? Because this was a very big lesson in real love and stop to make you feel like an option. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like this person has this person kind of has everything, because I'm seeing, remember those old wall decorations that was a plastic singing fish? It was like, right? Remember, it's mounted on a piece of wood. It was like Billy Bass or something like that. But this person had a habit of doing everything bass backwards. That's all I got. Right? And that's the thing about it. I'm not snoring. I'm dreaming I'm being on a motorcycle. Stephanie, good cover. Hey, everybody, anybody with a snoring issue, you were dreaming about a motorcycle. Okay. Some of you guys are totally taking your power back because the Hierophant is here. And I like seeing the signs, major arcana, especially when it's a base point on the reading. Some of y'all could be life path number 5 or in your life year of number 5. Might even be why you're seeing repeating 5s in the week ahead. But the 5s in the Bible Those represent grace, giving grace to yourself. Knight of Cups, yeah. Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. There's a lot of emotion in this one. Pisces and Scorpio are pretty strong. Capricorn's here with Cancer, though, too. So mutable cardinal energies. Okay, that's cool. So the thing about this is that you got tired of sorting out the mess every time and being like the cleanup committee for their actions and how they would lash out at not just you, but like everybody around them. The entitlement seemed kind of strong with this one. And then like every time they crashed out, you had to make the Seven of Pentacles excuses and plan. Oh, it was just a bad day. No, they didn't know what they were. This was going right. And you got tired of having to run cover for them, basically. It's like you just prayed or wished for them to get better. I just keep hearing you prayed and wished for them to get better from whatever they were overcoming. In the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, so it got to be to the point that you two weren't even going out or interacting with people anymore because like nobody wanted you guys around and you guys wound up being isolated due to what their actions were. And then the way that when something went down, they had to spread it around to everybody, tell everybody and make you out to be the villain, that stuff, right? So it came into the vibes on this one that like nobody really wanted to do anything anymore due to their attitude, for lack of a better term. Capricorn, Aries energy on this one. Strong Capricorn. Cancer, though, too. Capricorn and Cancer, which this is like maybe roles are reversed even for some of you guys because Cancer and Capricorn are opposing signs. The mother and the father of the Zodiac. Some of you guys, they were using children as leverage. And that's one of the things Jesus don't like, right? Don't use children as leverage. Jesus has been known to tip a table in a temple a time or two because of that, right? Dark card. I'll be darned. They're ascending. Aquarius energy comes in the card of healing. And this is the energy going on right now, right? We're in Aquarius season at the time we're recording this. So we're harnessing the Aquarius energy, even though it's at the point, oh, I keep hearing Sabrina Carpenter, man-child. Anyways, it's at the point with this one that, so after the ultimatum they gave you, you're both kind of wondering how to reestablish contact and try again. Am I close? I don't know why I keep giggling for you. Maybe it's just because I'm a Cancer and I like Tauruses. But Three of Wands on the three. Whoa. Repeating threes again. I knew it. Somebody is divinely guided to show up in your life just in the nick of time to put things back together with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be in the same industry or work together, but this is somebody that's putting the work. All right. So they're wanting it, but they need to come in direct, right? And you're like, how do you know they want it, Archer? Because the Ace of Wands is there. Some of you guys, it's 50 Shades of Taurus. Oh, behave. Why am I talking like Austin Powers? There's a lot of movies going on right now. I don't know. They really should bring movie theaters and drive-ins back. That would be kind of fun. I would love to take the tops off the Jeep and like go to a drive-in. Anyways, sorry, your person had ADHD, didn't they? Because I'm normally pretty focused. My Virgo placements keep me focused. But all of a sudden, I'm just wandering into dreamland, right? Some of them totally have really good dreams about you. And they still have the pictures in the phone, right? Because that Ace of Wands, they totally want to wave the red cape in front of you, right? And that's no bull. Total. Anyhow, they did see the pictures. And the thing about it is they can't keep deflecting from the argument, right? And expecting you to just take them back without them even apologizing. That's the thing on this one. They were kind of insecure and unsure of which way to go, but they've gotten their act together after facing a big test with that Two of Swords. All right, Libra and Leo energies entered into the chat. So this is somebody that actually has taken the time to balance themselves and almost grow or mature. Like come into a place that they can embrace both the emotional and the logical sides of their brain. It's almost like I feel like I would see, I'm surprised I haven't seen the Justice card on this yet. Because especially with the cardinal energy here, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, I mean, you got Libra on here, so it's got it. Wow, it's something that shows up just when you least suspect it, but it's an optimistic viewpoint on things. Because somebody, like, it's just like maybe like their work buddies, the people that have been brought into their lives with the Three of Pentacles by their guardian angels, it's like, is what's helping them stop being so all over the board, right? A little bit almost too intense or too much into it, where you almost took a step back, Taurus, and you were like, they're kind of clingy. Could be a Cancer, right? Ace of Wands on the Sun card. Might even have strong Cancer in their chart or something like this, or a lot of cardinal energy in their chart. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. So your guardian angels and the 3 of Pentacles are working to help them to see things from a different perspective. And the way they were coming at you was a little bit immature. And in the 6 of Pentacles, it finally brings some balance into their life, so they're ready to begin again. And they have done the work with the Hermit card. Some of you guys might even work in the medical industry. But as a result of a tower that was popped into their life while they were trying to move on, it has made them reflect and take the time to learn to get to know you right, instead of trying to think they knew what was best for you. Cardinal sign energy on that one. Everybody's born on the 7th or the 13th, maybe the 5th, 25th are here, the 2nd, 21st, the 8th, the 19th, the 3rd, and the 30th, and possibly the 7th. Okay? It doesn't have to be like, oh, what's up about September 4th? What happened on September 4th? Let me know in the comments. That's kind of interesting. And if you do want to book a personal private reading with me, Taurus, just scan the QR code here or use a link in the description or pinned in my bio. It'll take you to the link tree. It's got the automated booking site, shows pricing and availability, plus links to everything else the channel's got to offer. But meanwhile, going forward, you might not need a personal tarot reading anymore because you got the 10 of Cups on Temperance. I should have pulled one more card to see if the Emperor came back. You want me to? Queen of Swords. Don't push it, Archer. But Libra energy. Some of you guys are totally dealing with a Libra who comes back in a much more peaceful mindset. Not so intense or intimidating, but somebody who's taken the time to balance both the emotional and the logical, the masculine and feminine parts of their brain to come in way more mature, because they were all over the board and never focused on the relationship 10 of Cups, but getting lost in those daydreams, Pisces energy. So once they were in their own little world and never nurturing the connection, once they got to that point that they stopped trying. And then in the end, wind up rage baiting you and trying to control you with this silence, that had to be overcome. Okay? Some of you guys, they were using you, and God had to put a pause in this one because they were taking way too much advantage of you, especially for those of you that maybe work together or they had a hard time keeping up with work and you were having to keep them on point, keep them on path and motivate them because they had no sense of direction. What I'm seeing on this one is that's what they had to work to overcome in order to be ready for a real commitment with you, okay? Because they were so used to taking advantage of so many people in their life. It's why they didn't have many people in their life. And you were kind of the final straw that God said, that's it. Not somebody like Taurus is opening their heart up in this Knight of Cups, right? And so God had to put those tower moments in to get past that point. Because they can't confess that they love you, love bomb 1 minute, rage bait the next minute, and it block, and then try to control you with the silence. So they had to work on that. So the whole thing on this one, it's like, yeah, 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, dishing out ultimatum. I know what's best for you, Taurus. You should do this, right? And you're like, give me a minute to just focus on some things here, right? I just need to think or process. So I do see as a result of the people that have come into their life, though, they totally learned how to treat you right. And stopping, they had to stop controlling the relationship, Taurus, right? Wouldn't let it go in a 6 of Pentacles to see what you both wanted for it. It was like, no, I know you're ready. I know this is now. I know this is, do it. And you're like, whoa, right? So the thing about this is to go at an easier and steady pace. And that's kind of really all that you wanted all along. Stop trying to control the relationship's direction and just go with the flow, right? They're coming back literally as you special ordered them on this Knight of Cups with the Moon card, with the Page of Pentacles. Told you. I love it for you. You've got a lot of Scorpio, Libra energy, Virgos here, Leo and Sagittarius, Cancer, strong Cancer and Capricorn. Could be another Taurus, and you do have heavy-duty Aries vibes on this too. All right? Something about the 18th, the 20th. Is that like birth dates or anniversary dates or something? And what's up with December 17th? But let me know down in the comments, all right? Taurus, thanks for being here. And until next we meet, extra spinny hugs for you. And I'll see you next time, all right? Love you. Thank you guys for being here. Whoa, 80. Wow, we got 158 people total in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Love light for you. I'm here for you guys, all right? Otherwise, I'd just be reading to myself. So I know there's so many other tarot readers out there that you could choose from, and to come and hang out with me, it means the world to me, and I truly do appreciate you for it. Your time is valuable, All right, cool. Just making sure I refaced the decks so they were all in the right order. I always reset and rephase my energies in my decks between readings, but if a reversed card comes out, I honor it. I read it. If they come out reversed, they were meant to for a reason. So it's like, instead of sweeping that elephant under the rug, we address the situation. I have no clue why I had to explain that to somebody. But you're welcome. They gotta. What's up, White Wings? I have missed you guys, and I'm totally digging and loving this new schedule. Definitely check out the February and the January playlist, y'all, because there are some amazingly fun, awesome readings that we did over the weekend that if you missed out on it or didn't get notified on it, you totally should check it out. All right, there are some fun time videos. Juan was there too. So was Sunshine. But anyways, check them all out. They're in the February and the January playlists, okay? Let's get on to Gemini. Some Gemini. I don't know. Am I giving everybody like theme songs or something? Edex. Huh, speaking of some pretty fly Geminis, what is up, girl? I am totally using your deck for Gemini. All right, let's grab into the wild unknown and journey into the wild unknown, Gemini. I'm going to be Steve Irwin. Crikey, we're going to find a crocodile right in the middle of the area, right? Could be a suburban crocodile, one of them people driving them aluminum refrigerators. I'm going to hit him with a hammer. No, yep, we're in Gemini energy. My Mars and Mercury are open. Why am I making fun of Tesla drivers? Oh, my God. It's the best refrigerator I've had in a while. What? Take two. No edits. We're trying to be nicer here. Okay, I'm sure out there somewhere somebody calls Jeep Wranglers golf carts or oversized dune buggies. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Gemini, you're gonna I love this deck. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, Edex, this is so cool. All right, Gemini, you're gonna be at 30. You're gonna be at 37 exactly. I like that. So, what's up? You got 5 seconds to kill, Gemini? Want to play Name That Tune? What up, Gemini? How are you doing? Something about music really resonates to you, don't it? All right, or somebody's like musician or entertainment industry, but that's cool. All right, Gemini, thank you for being here, being a part of this. You know I love reading for you because I never have to rainbow unicorn tarot. My Gemini, Mars, and Mercury are always letting me give it to you straight. Just the facts, ma'am. What about the movie Dragnet resonates? That's an oldie but a goodie. Or the TV show, too. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Get me in, tune me into Gemini's energy. Give me everything you got for the pretty fly Geminis. What do we got? What's up, Daniela? How are you? Thanks for being here, y'all. Jill, what's up? What's up? All right. Maybe God is trying to speak to you through music. All right, that's cool. Oh, gosh. Remember that movie, Final Destination? Well, I don't know why I'm thinking about that. Well, except for the reason that it's the reason I don't drive behind logging trucks, especially not in Michigan. But remember how the radio would turn on and then it would play like Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I think was the song, right? Some of you guys, if it hasn't already started happening, Gemini, you're going to notice your cell phone turning itself on. Like you just leave your cell phone sitting there, right? Just going about your business. And all of a sudden it starts playing a tarot reading or it starts playing a song. And you're like, whoa, what the heck was that all about? Just so you know, with the magician, your antenna is energized and you are calling in some serious messages because basically you're holding a spirit box in your hand right now. All right. So God's getting 2026 high tech. Ooh, Age of the Geek, baby. I love it. Let's go, God. That's a cool flex. He's the coolest boss to work for. Okay. Tap me in, tune me in Gemini energies. Let's go. Give me 2 shuffles. The reading's already going on and I don't even have cards on the table yet. I'm leveling up. All right. 2 shuffles, Gemini. Let's do this. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the pretty fly Geminis because all the signs say you're pretty fly for a Gemini. I just love singing that song. It's cool. Overall energy is the 5 of Wands, talking about learning lessons and a stage of life that you have to go through to get to the 6 of Wands success that you want with your 4 of Wands wishes, dreams, and rewards. Also with your twin flame. Oh, it's a twin flame reading. Okay. 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man. So you guys be dealing with a Leo or Pisces. We have the Son of Cups, which takes me in Cancer's direction, and the 8 of Cups. I don't know why, but I see like glasses or silverware or china or something being thrown at a wall or breaking. And the emotions are heavy right now. All right. It's almost like with the energies that we're pulling, we're getting ready to enter into a water sign energy that everybody's emotions are starting to bubble up, right? Because of that 8 of Cups, this person, the frustration vibes are like all over. All right, so let's see where it goes. All right, I have Ooh, Page of Wands. Okay. No, wait, Father of Wands. That's the King of Wands. The Star card. That's the, hold on. I don't speak Roman numerals. I don't speak Roman. That's the Four of, shut the front door. It's the Four of Wands. We were just talking about this. Gemini, y'all, you guys are tuned in, man. Okay, the Eight of Swords is here. The Magician came back. The Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords. There is a way to overcome the overthinking vibes. The way they just would linger around, that was kind of a weird thing, wasn't it? But you know what the cool thing is? Remember at first I saw Page of Wands, but it actually was the King of Wands when I figured out the card, right? Remember in tarot, like all of it happens for a reason. There's not like a right or a wrong way to read these cards, right? There was a reason I saw the Page of Wands, but then as soon as I corrected myself, I saw it's the King of Wands, right? Some of you guys could totally be dealing with a fire or a water sign or a cusper. But so, because the thing on this is that they're transforming faster than even God was thinking. Even though it's in the plan, they're actually making some free will decisions for the good. You know how usually free will messes up a reading or a tarot or an energy and slows things down? They're making good decisions for the first time in their life. It's kind of cool, right? I knew we were totally dealing with a twin flame on that Four of Wands. I should have called it, right? But the Eight of Swords, that's analysis paralysis vibes on this. And some of you guys could be dealing with another Gemini or a Virgo, because it really does seem like strong Mercury vibes all the way across the board. But it's like they couldn't keep starting and stopping this, right? It's like, is somebody got a kid in driver's ed, or is somebody here a driver's ed teacher? Because I literally see the vibes of like a student learning how to drive and the start stop of like, I have no clue how that resonates. But it's like they couldn't keep starting and stopping this, because like every time you guys fought, then they would pack up their gear and leave, or they would throw you out and take your stuff, and then a little bit of time would go by and they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Star card, I've learned my lesson, they won't have. And you got tired of unpacking their energetical and physical baggage all the time. You were like the cleanup committee. But in the Two of Wands into that Ten of Swords, it's showing them coming unstuck, okay? Because so it's like, especially when you guys would ask where the relationship was going, right? Two of Wands, what have you decided, right? How do we take this forward? And every time they'd come back the Eight of Swords and just be like, oh, I told you what's going on. I just need some time. Or they would do anything they could, any kind of like any excuse to buy time. You know what I mean? Oh, you're just, you know what, I told you I wanted to move slow. Just give me a little more time. We'll talk about it next week. And you got tired of them constantly putting it off and putting off and putting off. It's like making up reasons and stuff, like a fake busy, right? Oh, I'm typing a very important email. There's not a key. It's like that TikTok where that woman was like, oh, look how fast I can type. And then people analyze the keystrokes and it's like, she's not typing anything. And she never backspaces. Every human makes a mistake while typing and has to, right? They're overcoming the stuck energy in order to get unstuck. Fire sign vibes are still really strong on this one. But so it's like every time they're like, I told you I'm not ready for blah, 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 that you stood up and you took your power back. I'm amazed we don't have your major arcana out, but we got the Magician, which is Virgo vibes, right? Oh my goodness, Tang, Constantine, darling, thank you for that super chat. You were generous. Oh my gosh, and MCAT, I love you guys. Spinny hugs for both of you. Thank you guys. Those donations, they're still going towards the Mama T Foundation. We're still getting her set up for when she goes home, redoing her fridge and everything. Thank you guys. You know how to make a grown crab cry. I love you guys so much. Okay, on this Magician card, let me get back into the energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with fire sign is strong. Aquarius is here along with, God, Aries is so strong on this reading, Gem. Could even be another Gemini, though. And like I said, I'm surprised I haven't seen your major arcana on this. All right. 10 of Pentacles. Wait, hold it. 9 Pentacles. Oh, they're single. Okay. The High Priestess, but they're also have reached a mature point where they're ready for that Ace of Pentacles, so it can become a 10 of Pentacles energy. 3 of Wands. It's just that they've slow walked this for so long. But there's the Page of Wands. I called it. Page of Wands comes in, and that leads us into the 6 of Cups with the 5 of Swords. They're thinking back to the good times and they do still have the stuff saved in their phone. Okay. They realized that they realized they had to grow up. That's why it's a fast transformation. They couldn't keep being all Page of Wands, right? You knew when they were playing around, you wanted something serious, and they're going into the phone, keeping the phone face down, talking to other people. Some of you guys, they screwed up and left the phone open, or the notifications went off, right? And you're like, whoa, attention seeking much, right? They had to overcome that stuff. And some of you guys live at a distance, don't you? Like it's a digital relationship or something. And they always made those promises they'd be coming your way, and it never happened. Wanting money for airplane flights, or wanting money for what? Oh, sorry, can't right now. My parents are sick, or now they're over here in this part of the world, and I don't. And like all over the board, right? When somebody keeps moving as fast as the Page of Wands, who comes in hot pursuit of something, it's like God will always pop a tower moment in place. It's like the Titanic. We were at a point in the Gilded Age that things were moving so fast that an iceberg had to present itself in order to get the world to stop, pause, and reflect deeper in order to go forward in a new mindset. They had to stop. Yeah, what's that song? Running, running, and running, running, and running, running, right? Cancer and Pisces energy is here right now. Then I've got strong on the Capricorn and Aries. That gives me a lot of cardinal energy. So some of you guys, it could be a Libra. Doesn't got to be their sun sign. It's just part of their chart that's activated. You are actually like you're in their programming. Some of y'all are life path number 2 or 3 as well. And then you guys are born on the 9th, the 19th, or the 29th, possibly even the 15th, 26th. The 3rd is here with the 1st and the 30th, and somebody lies about their age. What? Hey, Gemini, dude, or dudette, high priestess, not telling. My birthday was on the 3rd. No, it's the 13th. Shh, don't tell Archer. I get 2 birthdays every year. So you guys are actually entering into your life. You're number 1, and the butterfly tattoo might mean something to you, right? You're transforming. They are. They're growing up faster than even God's expecting them to. So it does seem like them using the silence as a form of control. That kind of backfired on them, because the silence is what caused them to wind up pulling back and looking inward in the 6 of Cups and realizing that they were the reason in the 7 of Cups here that, so they were the reason. They were the reason that even the way they felt how they did led to you feeling like their depression rubbed off on you, right? But they're finally looking inward on this one because, they couldn't keep blaming you for everything. That makes sense. Spin doctor vibes. Somebody might even be a DJ. They always had a great way of making it your fault. And remember, God sees and hears everything that we don't. Such as the 10 of Cups. They are leveling up. Son of Cups. The dreams are on their side, because with the Tower, I told you when they were moving so fast in that Page vibes, I felt it. God will put an energetical tower card, an energetical iceberg right in the pathway to slow them down, open them up with that 5 of Pentacles. Some of you guys work in the medical industry. Another butterfly that comes out on this one. This is what leads to a serious talk. Some of you guys have either already had the serious talk, and if you haven't, it's getting ready to happen. So leave down in the comments. Let us know if you've already heard from them or already had this talk, or if it's getting ready to happen. All right. This is definitely the next 7 days from whenever you find this reading. Let me see where it goes from that point, because it's almost like with what I saw, it's like 100% chance of communication coming in. Some of you guys work in like traffic or weather or something, because this is the vibes that like all green flags on there, or this is when the meteorologists, the weather people can come in and be like, guess what? Sunny day. Good to go. And everybody loves them. Hey, Stephanie. All right. Gemini, thanks for being here too. If you would like to book personal private reading with me here, you can use the Linktree code up here, scan that. It's also pinned in my bio and down in the description. It'll take you to the automated booking site for pricing and availability, along with everything else the channel has to offer. All right. And thanks for being here, being a part of this, helping to get us out in the algorithms. Big help. Even if you just want to leave an emoji to keep your private life private in order to comment and hype, it would really help. And don't forget too, if you're not getting notified, tap that bell and change the setting from personalized or none back to all. You'll be back in the loop with all the 411 that's coming up soon. Thank you. Okay, God's like, enough self-promotion, Archer. What? Support small business. Somebody here has a tarot channel. That's cool. Anyways, dude, it's the King of Swords. It's the 9 of Swords on this one. It's all Gemini energy, and it's the energy of communication. Oh my God, that's right. Some of you guys could be tarot. Christina over at Spiritually Fit Tarot. She's a pretty fly Gemini. She's a bomb.com. You guys are elevating, y'all. I like this. Why did I just get a Southern twang come back? That's kind of cool. All right. So the thing on this that's coming in, there's something that closes the distance. So, they're realizing they're the reason that they did all this. The reason that they weren't ready for anything was you, and they were the ones slow walking this, and you had enough of it. And that's what's leading to a conversation that you can trust in, because it's a little bit of an awkward combo, right? Either it's already happened or it's getting ready to. But you guys both have the ability to stay calm through those triggering moments, process through them, and break the silence. So the way this goes forward leads you right into the 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. It's a serious love offer at the end of this. So they are all legit. And they can't reach out till they've passed their test. So if you've already heard from them, they've passed. You can trust them. Let's give them just enough leeway, right? Innocent till proven guilty, because they have done the work. They've been through a lot with that star card, okay? Otherwise, you're going to hear from them. They want like just it's like just when you're getting ready to give up the whole thing and walk away from it. 9 of Swords. I can't. I'm out. I'm done. An awkward message leads to the 10 of Cups. All right. The outcome on it is they come in correct for you finally. God wouldn't let them reach out until they're ready. So if you've heard from them, they are. If not, they're going to be. This guy should be one of the readings that like they reach out to you while you're listening to this reading. Seriously, the energy is that strong. All right. I hope that helps, Gemini. That's intense. It's deep and complicated at the same time, right? It's only because they were so intense and wow, the anger was off the charts, right? But this time they're calm, they're humble, and it's like, whoa, they are noticeably different. You wind up being proud of them. And if you're like, not a chance, Archer, just come back here after you do talk to me, be like, Archer, they acted this way exactly like God said they would. I'm like, not too bad, right? And you're like, it's kind of cool. You're going to be feeling better. This year is good readings for you. You're in the right vibes. The rewards for everything you've been through. 2026 is your year. I love it for you. So I do hope that helps. Keep us posted, and thank you for helping get into the algorithm out there with little comments, little emojis, hyping, liking, subscribing. And until next I see you, love you. Peace, love, and spinny hugs. You are indeed pretty fly, Gemini. Man, you guys, it's a different type of relationship, right? Either you guys met in the most mysterious, different, or unusual of ways, or like everything about it from the moment you met them was just different, even how you met them. Whoa, I love it. All right, Gemini, love you. I'll see you later. Well, you got 2 goodbyes. I did one for each of your personalities, your duality. Got you covered, Gem. I love you guys. All right, cool. All thanks for joining the fan club, 88DP. You're awesome. I had to sinfully blessed. Got to look out for both parts of Gemini's and personalities, right? The sign of duality. I understand it. Gemini, Mars, and Mercury. Totally get it. We're cool. All right. You are welcome, Edex. You're welcome, Marie. Thank you, guys. What's up, Carol? Thank you guys. Love the like and hype the reading and tap that screen for you guys. You're the ones that deserve it. I'm here for you. I just work here. I'm just the speaker box. No, and then. Cancer. Calling all crabs. Calling all crabs. I got drawn to the stained glass tarot. You want to do that? Let's use that one. All right. Cancer, you're going to wind up being here at 53:53. That is an epic timestamp. That's a Frankie timestamp right there. I got to find out from Frankie when we're going to do another collab. I got to text her. We've been doing produce this as stuff behind the scenes. We'll get back to thinking about tarot readings. All right, let's go. So you guys doing a Scorpio? She's a Scorpio. Anyways, all right. God, connect me into Cancer's energy. What's Cancer got coming in except some nice synchronicities and balance with that awesome timestamp? If you all have been seeing repeating 5s or repeating 3s, it's getting ready to get really good. All right, let's dig in. Cancer, what do we have for Cancer? From whenever Cancer finds this reading, add 7 dates. What do we have for Cancer? 2 shuffles. Here we go. Ready? Let's do it. Oh, hold it. Time out. Tick-tock puzzle piece. Tick-tock puzzle piece. Tick-tock puzzle piece. Your person's finding a piece of the missing puzzle. All right. So whatever it was that was their excuse or reason for not wanting to proceed forward, they found the reason. And the reason is, oh, that's Hoobastank. Dude, there's a lot of music going on in the readings today. I like it. All right, let's go for it. Melt the butter, grab a bib, and what do we have for Cancer? Calling all crabs, calling all crabs. Here we go, 2 shuffles. Give it up for the cardinal water sign. Who's the boss? Cancer's the boss. 1. And that's right, Scorpio and Pisces. Cancer is the cardinal sign. And Cancer, we're in a good mood right now. And 2. Focus. Let's love this deck for the crazy, cool Cancerians. Because Cancer don't want no scrubs, TLC style. We're just having a really good time right now. Oh my God, it literally is. It's the Sun card. Do you know how jealous the cross watcher is right now? Because they watch you and you're happy and it's ticking them off. Just wanted to fill you in on that. Okay. Sorry, cross watcher. This is Cancer's reading. I'll talk to you in your reading. I'll pick on Cancer in your reading. Look. 6 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, under the Sun card. There's something coming your way that's literally, see, this is why jealousy is one of the 7 deadly sins, because their jealousy is getting the better of them. They have to reach out because they want to know why you're doing so good. And you're like, Archer, I'm not doing that good. I'm depressed. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Well, whatever they see, whatever you're posting, 7 of Pentacles, it's getting to them. So you guys are communicating through your social media posts. Okay, I got you. 8 of Pentacles, but they look at the start, and it's the overall energy on the deck, Cancer. That means this whole reading, the week ahead from whenever you find this reading, even this year in, especially if you got some strong Leo in your charts, this is your glow up year. All right. The rewards for what you've been through for the past 3 to 5 years, I'm hearing, especially with those repeating 3s and 5s in your timestamp, is telling me that you're finally putting those to the end, and the rewards are coming in 2026. Some of you guys might even be a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising or a Cancer Venus. I could be reading for multiple placements of Cancer. All right, let's go. For somebody at the Stellium, we have the 7 of Wands, the Moon card. Nice. Cancer gets it. That's why your dominant rock's the Moon. The Moon is what controls Earth, the tide, the flow, the ebbs and flows of the planet, right? And it's your dominant rock, your major rock out there. If it has an effect on a whole planet, what does Crosswatcher think it does to you? They never gave you any grace on any of that, did they, right? Then they would hold it all against you. No wonder there was a pause. Like, they're controlling the pause on this in the 4 of Swords, right? Every sign has good and bad sides, but they would never focus on any of the good that you did. They always like to focus on the bad stuff, right? But they never did anything to make you feel good enough or cared or you even mattered, right? And so that's like, it's like, even with the repeating 3s or 5s, that you're just really looking for literally 3 to 5 minutes to yourself to process how to make all of this work, right? And you never got a chance. See, 7 of Wands. I just need a minute to go through this, right? But in the 4 of Swords of the World card, it's like this was what kept Rooster blocking moving forward. That is the most interesting analogy I've ever heard. So you never got a chance because everybody needs something all the time. And it's got you all overwhelmed while feeling exhausted at the same time, right? Having to go from this to this, Cancer, hey, Cancer, Cancer, hey, Cancer, right? You keep getting those emails at work, right? And then you've got voicemails and text messages going off. And you're like, I just need a moment to myself. Because even your dreams are getting weird right now. And for the ones of you that are like, I don't dream, Archer. I don't dream, nothing. You're going to hit a stage that you enter deeper into REM sleep than before coming up. All right. And all of a sudden, the dreams are going to pop up in living color. All right. They might be a little weird, but I'm being told they're driven from your person. With the Magician on the High Priestess, what you don't see behind the scenes is you have somebody that's manifesting you. Okay. That's why you feel so awkward, tired, stressed, and being pulled in different directions. All right. Because you're preparing for a level up with the Knight of Pentacles that you've waited a while for. Remember when you prayed to God and asked for your life to change, right? It's been a long time to deliver, but it's tried, tested, and true. This is showing slow and steady winning the race for what you've wanted on this. And the Knight of Pentacles, that's my U.S. Postal Service, right? The Knights in the tarot, they know what they want. They know the direction they're going. The Knight of Pentacles, neither rain, sleet, or snow, nothing stops the Knight of Pentacles. It might take a while to get there, but they arrive, okay? And they bring that Ace of Pentacles message in order to start something fresh. So even though it's been a while, I do feel like this is happening. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Leo, maybe a Taurus or a Virgo. Strong Pisces energy, but then the World card shows the end of a chapter and the end of a cycle. Okay. So it's the thing on this is it's like with the way they kept slow walking the connection and then telling you that they're not ready for anything, right? You're getting to the point that you kind of fear they'll never be ready. And it's almost like you're at a point of wanting to give up on the relationship and just throw your hands up of it. See? I don't know what to do. I have a magician card. I've tried everything, right? Because the magician card isn't just you have all the tools in the toolbox, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's the MacGyver card. The magician manifests using what he's got. If it's paperclip and a pen cap, scotch tape and baling wire, you've done your best to hold yourself together through a lot of crazy times, and that's why it's at the point where it's like, if they're fine staying stuck there, let them stay stuck, right? The high priestess shows you don't even realize you guys are actually calling each other back in. Okay. It's almost like how magnets work, and that the magnets, if the same sides of the magnet are, the same poles, they repel, but the opposite sides of the magnet, they attract. And in a way, you're drawing them in. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like your cutoff game or something. Like you got skill going on and you feel bad about it. You're like, I feel so bad I had to block them or cut them off or change the sense of direction, but they would never open up. They were just never ready. They always had a reason why we had to wait. Some of you guys felt like you were in a situationship. And for 4 to 5% of you guys, could be a little more specific or personal message, is that they kept promising you that they were going to leave an ex who never became an ex, and you found out you were the third party. Oh, I promise, Cancer, that other person is just a friend. Just a roommate, I'm working on it. Oh, or it's my spouse or it's my current partner, but I'm working on ending things. And then they never did, right? 8 of Swords, and they never did. Oh, I'm sorry, Cancer, my hands are tied. What can I do? Gemini energy is pretty strong here. What could they do is they could actually cut that stuff out, and the Ace of Cups come in correct for you guys and be ready for something real. With the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, it actually just saw a message coming in that they look and seek peace. Libra energy is pretty strong on this one too, because it's balancing out the emotions and the logic in order to use the entire chart, both sides of their brain, to come in a much more mature mindset. King of Cups, you won't believe it, but you giving up on this has led them to doing the work, because they literally thought they could keep you on the hook indefinitely, but you got game. And what you chose to do gave them the time, because they were 8 of Swords stuck in fight or flight mode, weren't they? They were stuck in thought about something, 8 of Swords, that you awoke inside them during the fight. Literally, as the fight went down, you were the activator, the catalyst, in order to start them on their self-love journey. They had not even been there. They were lying about it for some of you guys, right? Oh, I love what you do. I like tarot too. Some of you guys, this is the person that brought you to tarot. Right? The thing on this is that it was such an exhausting relationship. No wonder you're feeling so depressed and tired, because it was at the point that the constant fighting was literally depressing you guys, because the things would be fine for a few days, and then out of nowhere, they would pick another fight. And you're like, we were doing so good. What happened? You almost had them like their cycle schedules pinned down. You almost knew when they were going to be in a certain mindset, right? And with that 5 of Pentacles right here, for some of you guys, maybe they did, like, maybe some of them were on SRSRIs or like a therapist, psychiatrist, something like that. Okay. Some of you guys maybe something about mental health was a factor, right? But the Queen of Pentacles talks of balancing the feminine, the emotions, in order to keep them in proper balance and perspective. Because the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, so it represents a masculine vibe, the father of the Zodiac, coming in to motivate into balancing in both the emotion and the logical side of things. All right? Because they were really emotionally immature. I mean, for some of you guys, the age difference was the thing. And that was the reason onto it. But the way that they were always just stuck in their mind, it's like you changing something about yourself has them like really like thinking about the consequences of their actions. And that's what's leading them to the level up, okay? Those of you that have been praying for this person, I do see you calling them in with that magician card. Even for those of you that have, somebody did the prayer. Like, God, if this person is not meant to be in my life, take them out. And they're not leaving, right? Even when you get into those readings that you have this other energy show up that always comes into the readings, that one X that you're like, oh no, not them again. This person, the one on your mind, their energy is overpowering that. You watch. In the next few weeks ahead, that other energy won't be showing up in readings anymore because that cycle has closed with the World card. It's just the old energies filtering out, okay? Some of you guys, it could be another Cancer or maybe a Leo you're dealing with. Pisces is here, Sagittarius. There's actually a pretty strong Sagittarius. Taurus. Libra energy on this, Gemini, Aquarius. A lot of air. That is a lot of people, like a lot of your people, Cancer, they're just lost in thought. Some of you guys have been noticing your crown chakra or your head or your hair tingling. It's letting you know the energetical charge on their side of the fence is igniting in the crown chakra. The Devil to the Four of Pentacles, they were in their own devil energy, except for those of you who were like, you're like, Archer, no, I was literally dealing with the devil, right? But Capricorn is back on this one. And I don't like the Devils being tied to Capricorn's vibes because I know a lot of really awesome, loving Capricorns, right? The Devil energy is that motivation to get through the doubt that's built, you know, the devil on the shoulders. So the thing on it is that the consequences of their actions is what that Devil on the Pentacles is saying to them in that Four of Pentacles that, oh, you were so closed off. You pushed Cancer away. You'll never get Cancer back. You don't deserve Cancer, right? And that doubt is what builds that Eight of Swords stuck point because their own emotional stability wasn't there. They had a lot of work to do on this one. So it's almost even like the awkward silence between the two of you guys is creating a tension between the two of you because they're realizing they can't continue to manipulate your mind. In English, it's like they've outgrown the mind games, right? Some of you guys have dealt with a stalker or somebody like location services or something being a thing. We've been seeing an Apple tracker. But so I do see them learning a lesson in lying because they've outgrown the games that they kind of like thought they could do in order to control and manipulate with their lies. They got found out. That's the thing. So they're learning they got to tell the truth. And that's the only way they can come through this in order to put the burdens of the past behind them because they made you out to be such a bad guy or a villain that now like there's a lot of people that hate you. And it's all because of what they did or what they said, right? Four of Swords. Those swords cut in the silence, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? Well, some of you guys are born on the 4th or a life path number 4. But I do see what's coming or going on with them is that they needed to put that part of this, they needed to put the past burdens of their past relationships to rest with the World card because they brought too much emotional baggage into the situation, right? Which is why it stayed a situation. Because they told you I wasn't over somebody or I wasn't looking for somebody, but yet they were totally all in with you until you wanted to get serious, and then they left you in the friend zone. But the thing on this is they had to put those energies to rest with the World card they do in order to come in correct for you. This time apart was needed in order for them to learn how to focus on you and your future together. And with as much time as it's been, that time was needed in order for it to work right this time. High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles. The one that you never thought would reach out or never thought would return because everything that went down between you guys was that awful, does. Straight up. I love it for you. Cancer, let me know how this resonates. Please type in like the reading, all right? Even if you just leave a comment or an emoji, it helps the channel. It's needed at this time, gets this back out into the algorithm and helps us to grow. And keep me posted on this because some of you guys are actually already involved with this person, and some of you guys are involved with another person, and this person's getting ready to reach out. So it's like two groups of Cancers, okay? So let me know down in the comments how it's going, if it's worked out, if it's still no contact. That way I can kind of keep track on where we are in the stages, okay? So otherwise, until next we meet, thank you for hyping and liking the reading, and I'll talk to you later, Cancer. All right? Peace, love, and spinny hugs. Cancer, they just really needed to, you know, it was a lot about admitting responsibility and accepting, taking accountability. That was a big part of it, right? They couldn't have kept like just stringing you along, you know? Spinny hugs, Cancer. Okay, what's up, Patty? How you doing? How you doing? Stephanie, Colleen, Shelby's here. And so is Crystal. How are you guys doing? Okay. What up, Megs? Hey, Brittany. How you guys? Okay. Next up, let's go to Leo. And Leo, let's use the goddess deck. I kind of want to use, King of Cups. Nice choice. All right. Leo, you are going to be at 110.12. No, let's do 110.20. It just looks better. All right. Let's go with that one. All right. Here we go. What up, Leo? How you doing? Talk about an awkward initial start right there. Scroll back on that timestamp. All right. What up, Leo? Thanks for being here. Let's take a look at what's going on for your person. I'm going to try to look at just the good stuff, but whatever comes out, I'll make sure that you know about it. Forewarned is forearmed. The Sun card. Oh, look at you taking your power back. And it popped right out of the deck. What Leo wants, Leo gets coming forward in the King of Wands. Somebody's put their player ways aside, right? In order to come in ready for you. And the Page of Swords. You guys are still checking each other out online. It's like you guys both have fake accounts, right? Oh, Nine of Swords. We're not supposed to talk about that. Maybe somebody ain't ready for that discussion yet. But anyways, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords. You guys are. When I get the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords together, it's everybody watching each other from fake accounts. Okay, well, this is already getting interesting. So let's go. All right. Give me 2 shuffles for Leo. Let's do it to it. Here we go. I love reading for you, Leo. It's always complicated. And I like figuring complicated things out. So let's go. 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. I got your back, Leo. You know that. Let's love this deck for the lovable, lovely Leos. Oh, about time this card showed up. I called this card back during Gemini. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, or there might, hold on. Yeah, the Hermit card. There might even be something in the Gemini reading for you, okay? Especially if you got strong Gemini. But then I'm also being told there's something in the Virgo reading for you, and I haven't even done that yet. God, that's a good flex. I love when God flexes. He's the coolest boss. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. Oh, hey, let go. Lego my ego. Justice card on the 8 of Swords. Nice. Page of Wands. The Death card. Okay. 3 of Cups. The 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. Whoa, the 9 of Swords came back with the Lovers. Okay. Repeating 9s are a big deal on this one, too. Some of you guys, you or them, could be born on the 9th. But I see you actually, you know how the Judgment card popped out? And then we had the Sun card pop out earlier, right? You guys are overcoming an insecurity this week that they were the initial cause of. The whole reason, and now let me just say it the way I'm going to say it. The whole reason your life got put on hold was because of what they put you through. You needed time to rebuild from what they did. The way they left you stuck, left you hanging on the hook in the Page of Wands became a lot to deal with because they were never ready for anything. And it actually does feel like it's a transformative week for you this week. I do like that part because all this major arcana, that does signify major planetary shifts, major changes that we don't have no control over. What about free will? Well, that's the old which came first, the chicken or the egg, God or free will, right? Our free will or God already knowing what our free will decision is going to be. So the whole roadmap's already played out anyways. Page of Wands to the 8 of Swords. So it's like, I think you got a little tired of their attention-seeking behavior, Page of Wands, because it was leaving you feeling depressed and tired, 8 of Swords. Because the 8 of Swords the 8 of Swords is that up all day trying to get through but feeling stuck medicine. Well, the 9 of Swords is the up all night can't sleep medicine. Somebody got a cold, right? I don't know. But anyways, the thing on this is that this was just an exhausting relationship that left you feeling all depressed and tired. In fact, there might be something in the reading that we posted last night. It's available in the January and the February playlist. And literally the title of the reading is, if you're feeling depressed and tired, this is for you. So wow, your whole chart's activating. I'm getting multiple messages in multiple readings on this channel alone to check out. The February playlist might be something really important to you. But the Death card and the 3 of Cups, this is a transformation that leads towards a successful union. All right. Some of you guys have seen the fox recently, or somebody's considering getting a tattoo, maybe even just a Hannah tattoo. But okay, so things would be like okay for a few days, right? 3 days or so. And then, like, out of nowhere, they would just pick another fight. And you never even saw it coming. So much that on this Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, some of you guys feel like you are in single status. For those of you that are married or in a pending separation or divorce, well, some of you guys haven't found love in a while. Because the whole thing on this is like the way that they were trying to intentionally make you feel confused. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. No wonder you had to take a stand against this. You knew, right? So the way that they would try to make you confused with like 8 of Swords excuses or the 9 of Swords beating around the bush. You knew what you wanted, but it was their own insecurities that led you to your own indecisiveness. Because you guys were soul catalysts to each other, because this is a deep soul connection, right? Some of you guys, it could be the twin flame, right? Or even for some of you guys, deep soulmate twin flame connection with all the title words, right? Because things got so frustration that y'all had to take a break. Some of you guys caused the break and put a pause on this one because you just needed time to rest. It's like I see a Leo that when you get home from work or something, just sitting in your car, right, jamming music, and just like, I need 20 minutes in the car before I go inside. I just need 20 minutes alone in the car, right, to just jam the music. Because they got you so, it's just like you didn't even want to walk into the frustrating energies. But with all this sword energy, it does seem like they're kind of like prioritizing and organizing their own thoughts and their own direction, okay? Maybe for some of you guys, they have ADHD or some kind of like a diagnosed mental condition or mental order, okay? Something about their mental health or someone's mental health might be a factor. Maybe even somebody's seeing something like, I'm seeing child hypnotherapy, past life regressions or something, which literally the Hierophant, the King of Wands, the 8 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, nice. Okay, now the Hierophant coming out was literally what I was just talking about, right? What you've been going through in order to achieve that higher level and that higher understanding into the Emperor. So it is a bit of a vibe of somebody who was very avoidant, okay? Because they were dealing with some serious like abandonment trauma that turned them into an anxious avoidant, okay? Which then wound up leaving them to abandon this connection altogether and just leave you holding the bag like, whoa, what was that all about? I was like, thought we were all in. And then all of a sudden it was over. 9 of Wands. And then I do see a return with an apology coming in on this one. Some of you guys might even be noticing tones or ringings in your ears, giving you notice of the signs that are around you because you've got new signs coming in. Like, see on the Judgment card, that light bulb at the top of it, Leo? That some of you guys have been noticing flickering lights in your home, okay? Something about like a circuit breaker being reset or, you know, tripping a breaker and the lights going out or flickery lights, brownout vibes, all right? Might be a sign or something to watch out for. That's electrically charged. Somebody here either wears glasses or needs to get your contacts renewed or something about optometry. I don't know how that resonates. The Devil, the 7 of Pentacles into the 3 of Pentacles. That leads us full circle to the King of Cups. For some of you guys, something about Pisces season. It's a very strong energy. So I'm thinking from whenever you find this reading, you might need to add 1 to 2 weeks total onto it. Either you're that or you're dealing with a Pisces or a Pisces Aries cusper, maybe Aries or Capricorn. Strong Capricorn energy too. But I do see this person returning. I almost feel like the Valentine's Day vibes is going to get the better of them. Yeah. And with this on this 7 of Wands into the 10 of Pentacles, it's what brings them back in. Because you know how they're like always were watching like death scrolling on their phone. Always on TikTok. Wouldn't sit their phone down, right? Wouldn't, like, you could try to engage them. They say it over there. And you're like, I'm talking to you, but the age difference probably was a thing. But I do see a transformation that this becomes something that goes 10 of Pentacles long term. And it's, I don't know why, but I keep hearing the 7 to 10 business days, 7 to 10 business days. I do think if you have not heard from them yet, that's when you're gonna. Okay? So, you know what? It's like they're working on getting things in order, and the guardian angels on that 3 of Pentacles are helping them on their own self-love journey in the King of Cups in order for them to, get back here. See? They might still have moments where their fight or flight kicks in. but it's much more controllable. That might be why it's been silent for a moment, but they just haven't finished on this part here, maturing, leveling up. Somebody here's got a Leo Neptune, but there isn't more. They're coming to take a much less entitled approach to this relationship. It's almost like the tower moment between you guys was like a circuit breaker getting tripped. Okay, which is why the flickering lights are going to be a sign that either you are seeing or you're going to start seeing. But this shows them like they had to be clicked off and clicked back on in order to repower and re-energize the connection. And you guys are covered on this one, especially for those of you that they were dealing with an addiction of some kind or a vice. I do see them overcoming that, even for those of you that they were just addicted to the drama, that it became too much to deal with. But they're experiencing a lesson in using their words wisely in order to take responsibility for their own actions. So they're reaching a new stage of emotional maturity in order to come in correct for you, actually in a way that'll positively aspect your life in a much more energetical state. Like I actually do see that this communication coming up soon, it just gets you back into a more optimistic perspective. Remember how we saw the sun card pop out in that the love life works out, then your work starts getting better. Life starts going more your way. Things just seem less stressful and irritating, right? Especially those of you getting the tones in the ears, because it's kind of like that. It's the whole rib from Adam to make Eve, right? Leo, your energetical DNA blueprint with you ruling over the heart chakra in the 5th house, you're meant to have love in your life. You're not meant to be single, right? That's why you always feel so nervous, awkward, and out of place and insecure when you are single, because you have a big heart. You rule the heart chakra. Your DNA, your energetical blueprint says that you're meant to hit love and be loved, okay? Maybe I'll just need an adapter for this whole thing here, but I do see it happening, all right? I love this for you. Some of y'all could be born on the 10th or the 3rd, maybe the 30th. Repeating 3s are a thing. Scorpio vibes are pretty strong. Taurus is here. Aries, a lot of Aries energy. Capricorn and Cancer. Virgo. Oh, all the cardinal signs are showing up. But then there's a lot of Sagittarius, but it's kind of like nervous or hanging out in the background, right? Cancer, Sagittarius, and Libra energy on this one. All right. Here's the thing, is in your guys' blueprints, even if both of you chose to ignore each other forever and move on and get involved with other people, you guys would still wind up finding your ways back to each other. That's the thing. Y'all could run apart in other directions, get married, be in separate relationships for 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years. And still, what I do see by the end of this journey, you guys do walk each other home. It's meant to be. I do see this coming back together here for you guys. This is going to be in the next week or two. All right. It could be a slight bit of a delay in this Page of Pentacles on Judgment because there's still a little bit of their ego they're overcoming, but I do see them being able to do it. Okay. So I do hope that helps, Leo. If you want to book a personal reading with me or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code up here and also the links pinned in my bio. It'll take you to the automated booking site and the links to everything else. All right. I do see with as long as this is taken for you, Leo, that on that 3 of Wands to the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Swords, the repeating 3s have spoken, that time is of the essence on this one, right? It's almost like, why do I feel like there's a Leo trying to meet a deadline or something? Or feel like their biological clock is ticking? You're still energetically on the right path, all right? You're following your blueprint very nicely. And even when nobody else is proud of you and you're feeling that heat and that pressure, God's proud of you, all right? So I hope that helps, Leo. Please hype and like the reading on your way out. It really is needed and appreciated. It helps get us out into the algorithms for YouTube to pick up on it. And even if you just have a minute to leave an emoji down in the comments to keep your private life private, it really helps the channel and drives everything forward. So it means the world to me. Thank you. All right. Otherwise, until next we meet, I'll see you then. Until then, peace, love, and spinny hugs. Thanks for the repost, Letitia. You are awesomeness. I love you too, Sandra. Thanks for hanging out. You're welcome. I love reading for Leos. You guys are awesome sauce. Chunky cinnamon, awesome sauce. Oh, you too, Miss Cassandra. Have a good day. Stay safe. All right. You are very welcome, Colleen. You guys make the best of today. All right. Let's make it the best Monday yet. All right. We're going to move on to Virgo. Thanks for the repost, Candace. the repost, the sharing on these videos and that, it totally helps. All right. YouTube did an algorithm reset and things got kind of crazy. Bye, Mags. We'll see you later. Things got kind of crazy with the algorithm reset for 2026. So helping not just here, all of your favorite channels, sharing the readings, hyping them if you don't want to like them. If you do like them, it's great. And leaving emojis or anything in the comment section. It helps keep all your favorite tarot readers here doing it. So support local small digital business. You know what I mean? We're going to rise up. And all right, let's get on to Virgo next up. Virgo, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the Archer deck. Let's go with the Archer deck for you, okay? All right. Virgo, you are going to be at 125.30. So what's up, Virgo? How's it going? Thanks for being here. All right, Virgo, let's tap me in. Oh, wow, Virgo. That is a deck jam. What's wrong, Virgo? When my deck's jam, that means you need a spinny hug. So come on over here. I got you covered. All right, I'm going to grip you up. Maybe a 14-second slower spinny hug at first, one that you can trust, and just be like, "It's gonna be okay, Virgo. Let's sort this out. Let's see what's up, and we'll go from there." You're like, "Thanks, Archer." I'm like, "You're welcome." And then I pick you up and start spinning you around. And you're like, "I didn't suspect that." And I'm like, "It's okay. It'll help." And you're like, "I'm dizzy. It's cool." Jeep wave, spinning around like your Jeep wave hair. I love it. Anyways, if you need another one, you all come back anytime you like. All right. All right, God. Tell me why Virgo needed a spinny hug. Connect me and tune me into Virgo's energy. Give me everything you got for Virgo. I don't know why, but I just heard I didn't think they would ever move on. All right, 2 shuffles. I want to know why I heard that message and why Virgo needed the spinny hug. All right, let's see what we've got going on. Virgo, 2 shuffles. Somebody has an ESA pet, or maybe just a regular pet. That's not an ESA, dog, cat, or something like that. Cuddly pet, or a bunny. Okay, 2 shuffles. Let's go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the vivacious, Virgolicious, victorious Virgos, because victory is yours. Overall energy is the Queen of Wands into the King of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune on the Hierophant. I do see them wanting another chance on this one, especially for those of you divorced from this person or a breakup that felt as bad as divorce in the King of Swords. Remember, in the Tarot High School yearbook, King of Swords was the one voted most likely to get divorced. But in the Wheel of Fortune on this one that leads to the Hierophant, I do see somebody gaining some wisdom and looking at things from different perspectives instead of them always being right, okay, in order to kind of elevate through this and find some peace in the Queen of Swords. All right, let's see where this goes. They're trying. Page of Pentacles. Have they already reached out to you again right on time? Knight of Pentacles into the Knight of Swords. Talking that talk. Got to talk to you right now. Need to talk on the 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Wands because the runner's realizing that they had the best thing they ever had with you. And you're like, oh, wow, here we go again. So they've already ran. Then there's the communication on the Page of Pentacles. And you're like, oh, great, this cycle, right? Sorry I ran. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. It won't happen again, right? 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Wands. Somebody here actually is like a marathon runner. Either, I think it's you, Virgo. Somebody that participates in 5Ks or something like that. Might even have one coming up. But in the King of Cups to the 10 of Pentacles, they know they have to come in correct if they want that 10 of Pentacles because they weren't ready. They weren't ready for an emotionally mature relationship, right? That's why it kept going into that direction where it's like they're still fixated on you, though, right? They're sitting there on their side of the fence. Oh, I'm done with Virgo. I don't need Virgo. Virgo, I think it could be your twin flame for some of you, right? Because deep down underneath the surface, we have a runner who didn't really want to run, okay? So the whole thing on this is that they still want to make another attempt with the Queen of Wands to fix things. Some of you guys were in band back in high school, but they're still not happy in their life right now. So there was a result of them dealing with some people around them that are making them see how they made you feel with how they treated you. I don't feel the vibes of another relationship or a third party vibe on this one. I just see that the people all around them are starting to take advantage of them or use them basically as a karmic payout for how they used you on the Knight of Swords. God making chess moves down here and communications that come in, and the swords that cut deep. That leads into that King of Swords because it's kind of like that, the way they would constantly overtalk you because all the air sign energy here, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this is the communication vibes, air sign energy. So it's like the way that they would always overtalk you without letting you get a word in edgewise would be the thing that got you to the point of just not even talking. And then they'd be like, why do you not open up? Why don't you have anything to say? You know, I mean, you are the most interesting sign in the Zodiac. You are the anomaly of the Zodiac. Nobody understands what Hermit is all about, right? That's okay. All right, you're the Dos Equis sign. Stay thirsty, Virgos. Stay thirsty, cross watchers. 10 of Wands. They know they couldn't keep playing this game anymore. And see, 9 of Wands, Queen of Swords. The makeup breakup energy is the fight or flight would kick in. I'm sorry, forgive me, I won't do it again. 10 of Wands, I do it again. I'm sorry, 9 of Wands, I won't do it again. Queen of Swords, I learned my lessons. Not 10 of Wands, did it again, right? 7 of Swords. Some of you guys feel like they almost planned it this way. Page of Cups in the Strength card on the Chariot. Cancer, Leo, Scorpio energy on this one. I do see somebody stalking through on a third party. You might, for some of you guys, have someone that's like a mutual friend or a mutual acquaintance of them that is doing Renaissance work behind the scenes to like find out and snoop out the situation for them. It's like they got a mole working for them or something. So it would get to the point where they would try to mind manipulate you with things like, oh, I never said that, Virgo. Oh, you're mistaken. And you're like, I know you said that. You said it exactly the way I said you said it, right? I didn't. No, you're wrong, Virgo. And you're like, no, I wasn't wrong, right? So they couldn't be at that point where it's like, oh, I tried my best. I gave my all, right? And then like they made you out to be the villain. They really didn't try very much or nothing at all, right? And then like, oh, I worked so hard on all that. No, they didn't. They were out riding their motorcycle all the time, or playing their video games all the time. For some of you guys, sports betting or money was even a thing, maybe drinking. But it's maybe that they were addicted to being a runner and didn't know how to be in a more mature, stable vibe. But you want to elevate out of the runner chaser dynamic and get into that higher vibration, right? And they needed some serious time to catch up onto that one. Because the thing on it is it's like when you guys both knew the stuff that they said and did, and yet they're sitting here thinking that they put their all in, while making you out to be the villain, they were at a point like even it got to a point where you yourself wonder how they could. This was a spin doctor, right? Gemini, Sagittarius, could be another Virgo, maybe even Pisces vibes. But this person here had a very interesting way of spinning the words to make them out to be the best of everything. Or someone's a DJ or something about a DJ resonates. But you were the one that held this together. Well, they were crashing out and going off the rails. Somebody here, some of you guys might be a Gemini moon or have a Leo moon, okay? But Temperance into the Page of Cups that comes out on this one is what changes the direction. Because for those of you that an addiction did get in the way, that's what they had to work to overcome. Well, for others, it was just the mind games that was all that attention-seeking behavior that they needed to overcome, and that ego that they were like superior and better than everybody else around them, right? You have strong Leo energy on this one. But with that Chariot, I kind of dig that because the Chariot's what the Emperor drives into a great battle that they return victoriously from, with the strength to make it through any trying situation, okay? So I do see, as a result of their humbling, I see them approaching you from a different perspective, a more changed perspective, okay? In fact, for some of you guys, it was ordered on them by someone else. Just saying. But in the Temperance on the Page of Cups, I do see them approaching in a more humbling approach, okay? Like, with a changed perspective on that Six of Swords, in order to see things from a better changed perspective and actually see it from your perspective, right? You know how it was always about them, Virgo, them. They had to work on that with the Seven of Swords. Some of you guys might be doing a home remodeling project or considering one, okay? I do see somebody looking into a home equity loan or something. But oh, Seven of Swords. So for some of you guys, they had to relinquish control of their own life. And that's what's leading them to a glow up or a grow up in order to come in correct. Okay. And the thing on this is, they still, you guys had a song, right, Virgo? Right? They still play that song. I don't know why I'm hearing, maybe just go with it, or this is the song for some of you guys. But I'm hearing Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. However that resonates. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with another Virgo. Could be a Sagittarius. Capricorn is here with Leo. Strong Cancer and Leo vibes on this whole thing. But I do see them getting to a point to come in correct. Putting the burdens of the past behind and the way that they made you out to be the villain in order to proceed forward in a much more balanced and a calmer direction. Major Arcana shows some major changes happening in order for them to give up that control. The control freak vibes were so bad on this one. All right. But they come in correct. Some of you guys were born on the 18th, maybe the 7th or the 9th, 28th this year. The 14th comes out along with the 5th. The 19th and the 7th, 16th is here. The 21st. A lot of repeating ones are stalking you, I think, right now, too. And the 4 is like 44, 444. That stuff seems pretty rampant here, too. Or somebody's born on the 7th or the 4th. Anyhow. All right. I hope that helps y'all. Thank you for being here. Virgo, I totally understand why you needed the spinny hug. But 6 of Pentacles into the Emperor card shows that you won't be needing them from me too much longer. They are on their way back. And for some of you guys, showing up way sooner than expected. All right. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've already heard from them and what stage you're at progressing, or if it's still no contact. Even if you just want to leave an emoji or something, Virgo, totally helps. Really appreciate it and keeps your private life private. Otherwise, if you do want to book a reading with me or check out everything else the channel's got to offer, just scan the QR code up here. It takes you to the instant booking site, all right, that shows the pricing and availability. And it also takes you to all the things the channel has to offer, all right? You can scan the QR code. It's also down in the description, comment, and pin in my bio, all right? Otherwise, until next we meet, I look forward to giving you your last spinny hug so that your person can do it, all right? And for those of you that moved on, Virgo, the new person coming in, they are just finishing getting rid of a big problem in their life. You're going to bump into them serendipitously. They live local, okay? Some of you guys, I heard that Harper Valley PTA song. Some of you guys meet through a school function or PTA. But anyways, all right. I love you, Virgo. Until next we meet, peace, love, and spinny hugs. And thanks for being here and being a part of the family. See ya. All right. There we go. Next up on the Libra. In just a moment. All right. I'm going to take a 5-minute pause for the cause. I would love it if you guys stayed and hung out in the live chat. It'd be totally cool. If not, I do understand. And don't worry, there'll be timestamps posted when you come back. But it'd be so cool if you hang out here. I'm going to pop up a brief intermission. All right. Sag is coming up, Paula. All right. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo are done. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces yet to come. All right. So this might be a good minute for you guys to let the boss think you're doing some work. All right. That's cool. Or check in on somebody. Honey, you need water? Something like that. Or just checking on yourself. All right. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a snack. So thank you for understanding too. All right. And thank you for the patience. Be right back. All right. Burb. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. And all my fellow tarot readers and mod squads out there, you guys totally know what it's like to sit here for 2 or 3 hours and do that. So having a minute to stretch the old legs, especially for a Cancerian like me, and sideways walk for a minute, it helps. Gets the blood moving. All right. Speaking of which, what up, Carla? How you doing, Shelby? Limitless. Oh, I like that. Limitless flooded the chat for Libra. That is totally cool. Oh my gosh. What's up? How's it going, Danielle? Thanks for being here. Hey, Bobby Hamilton. Thank you for the new follow. Welcome to the family, plus 101. Awesome. Hey, Paula. Thank you for the rose, too. All right. Let's dig it. Sandy. Hi, Sandy. What you up to? You guys are awesome. Thank you all for hanging out and being here. Make sure to hype and like the reading for you, all right? Without you guys, I wouldn't even be here. I know there are many other tarot channels out there to choose from, so thank you for choosing this one. Thank you for flying Archer Airlines and all right, let's get into Libra anyways. That was enough of that stuff. So who works in the airline industry? Hi. Hi, Misty. All right, you guys ready? Mushroom Maven Tarot. Oh my gosh, that's a cool tarot channel. Whoa. You got a link to your tarot channel? I kind of want to Page of Swords and Snoop. If you got a second that you like after the live or something, if you got a channel and you want to post the link to it down in the comment section, I would totally go Page of Swords. I love checking out other tarot channels. Any tarot reader that tells you I don't watch tarot, they're lying. Their pants are so on fire, the fire department's going to get called on them. we all watch tarot. Anyways, just called everybody out. Anyhow, let's move onward to the. You can tell I'm in Libra right now. My Libra Jupiter is activated. Let's expand. All right, Libra. Let's use have I used the Archer deck lately? I don't remember. Let's use the Rockstar deck. That was the gift from the awesome Libra Melissa with Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. She's a fellow Libra and she's the September 25th Libra. Y'all, if you're a Libra especially, and even if you're just here, everybody, you need to follow. You got to follow her. Her link's down in the description. Subscribe because she is awesome at what she does. She's like TikTok and YouTube awesomeness. We're going to get her to 1,000 subscribers by Easter. She's got so many gifts that haven't been tapped into yet. Her glow up's going to be epically heard around the world. All right. Anyways, how you doing? Libra, you're going to be at 144.30 because I'm leaving the shout out in. So there, my channel, my choice. All right, God, tap me in. Tune me into Libra energy. My top 3 signs, Jade, I don't have top 3 signs. I love all signs equally. Every sign's got good and bad in there. So I love all signs equally. I don't have a favorite. Sagittarius energy has always been around me. Both my grandmas were Sag, isn't it? But not a personal favorite. All right. You guys, I love everybody. We're FHA compliant here at the channel too. We read for all signs. All right. So let's go. Equally. Let's dig in. Libra. Give me everything you got for Libra. What do we have for Libra, please and thank you? Here we go. Ooh, I'm starting to get chills. I like it. All right. 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the lovable, lovely Libras. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Anyway, 8 of Pentacles. Working on it. That's what I get off the 8 of Pentacles. But that's Willie Nelson and Trigger on the guitar there. I'm hearing him singing, "You Were Always on My Mind." You're always on my mind. The 2 of Wands and the Emperor. Whoa. So they're manning up or womaning up, and the overall energy is about them manning up or womaning up and accepting responsibility and putting in the work for making a bad decision. Okay? Wow. It's kind of like they're taking over your reading. You're individual this week, Libra. That might be in the title. They're taking over your reading. All right, let's see what we got. 8 of Cups. Whoa, repeating 8s. Some of you guys might be noticing repeating 8s, which is the number of abundance. The 9 of Swords and the Sun card. This person realizes that they shut the door on their happiness. And the silence between the 2 of you guys is affecting their happiness. It's almost like the Sun card is coming out in a challenge position. Okay? Oh, thank you, Tia. Your awesomeness. Punky, what up, girl? The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Is it that they took too long or they fear they took too long? Because they realize it's a divine counterpart. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus because the Empress card is Libra and Taurus energy. And down here, only 3 layers deep, we have the other divine counterpart, the other kingdom spouse, the Emperor. Okay? Little did you know with the Fool card that they are actually awakening to the intensity of this connection. Either they're also into tarot or they discovered it as a result of their algorithm. Okay. The Fool card does show the energies of cycling back in on this one for something that you never thought would happen. And yet somebody's going to take the risk. They're going to shoot their shot with you. All right. Could be a Pisces or a Gemini. Leo's here, Taurus, Cancer. Could be another Libra for some of you guys. Maybe even Taurus energy. Because remember, the Knights are fixed energy in the tarot. So I'm pulling Taurus vibes off of this pretty strong. And some of you guys may work together with this Eight of Pentacles showing up. So the one thing I want to know, first of all, look at that Nine of Swords right there. Some of you guys may have some strong Gemini in your chart. But the thing on this is why are you being so hard on yourself, Libra? Cross Watcher, I need you to put a pen in it for just a second. I need a moment with Libra, okay? I know you want to take over their reading because you messed everything up, and it's been a really long time since you reached out, Knight of Cups, but you still want to take the risk with the Fool card because you know you want to marry Libra, but hold on a second. Cross Watchers, I'm going to teach you a lessons in patience. All right, why are you being so hard on yourself, Libra? Because it was them that were making the excuses, not you. I mean, you're doing better than you're giving yourself credit for here. I mean, you've got the Empress energy, right? So I do feel a little bit of a sudden burst of confidence coming in the week ahead. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw your major arcana show up at some point in this reading. And wherever you have Leo in your chart, I have been tracking Leo's progress into the year of 2026 because Leo's been through some stuff in 2025. Those of you dealing with a Leo or someone with strong Leo in their chart, that's probably what the problem was. However, Leo is going through a glow up in 2026 and receiving some abundance for a lot of the stuff they've gone through. So wherever the Leo is in your chart, that's going to help pull you through these trying times, okay? Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups shows they want to talk to you because the Ace of Swords in my decks, that's a card of communication. And with Aretha Franklin showing up on this one, that means there's a little RESPECT that's coming your way, okay? Some of you guys, you or them, could be born on the 3rd or the 1st, or seeing repeating 3s and repeating 1s, and you're like, whoa, that's new, right? I do see the signs you see changing to let you know that you're coming in to a different timeline, but a more abundant timeline. Okay. That Empress is the card that keeps getting my attention, that God's wanting to know why you're being so hard on yourself because you're not giving yourself enough credit for all the work you have done. You could have shut down and given up, but you didn't, right? You kept moving, you kept pushing through, right? Even especially for those of you that like, it's like some of you guys had this fight and then had to go right into work the next morning, right? Had to hold it together, didn't have any time to process or grieve through it. And nobody else gave you a time, you know. The Gemini energy seems really strong, but Pisces and Taurus are here too. I do dig the Libra vibes. So some of you guys, it's got to totally be another Libra. Or they got strong Libra in the chart. Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Wow, Pisces heavy duty. And the Two of Cups. So whatever it is in the week ahead from whenever you find this reading, add 7 days to it, okay, is that something pops up and you find this as a result of their bad choice they made with you, okay? The vibes I feel on it is like they post something on social media that lets you know their life's not working out that well, right? And you pick up on it. Or for some of you guys, it comes in the form of a message, but through like a friend or an energy of like somebody else sees them make a depressing post online or something about missing you. And the friend's like, hey, did you see what your person posted, Libra? And you're like, no, wait, shut up. So you get a text message from one of your like friends or something being like, look what I saw in your person's post. Okay. Because the posts they're making are completely directed at you. It's a whole digital thing. Some of you guys, it might be a digital thing. Two of Pentacles. Man, something about the phone really resonates. Look at the phone receivers on here too. Especially somebody actually has one of them old school phones. I don't know if this is you or your person, Libra, but it's like the old ones that were mounted on the wall with like the 50-foot coiled cords, but it's just a decoration. No phone hook to it. Maybe somebody's an interior decorator or something. Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles shows a Libra focusing on their money and the love showing up out of nowhere from the person you literally never suspected it would be. It's kind of like the one you never thought would change actually really does, and it blows your mind. You know what I mean? Four of Pentacles, Capricorn and Cancer energy, because that's, see, there might even be something in the Taurus reading for you, because this came out in the Taurus reading, in that Cancer and Capricorn energy showing up at the same time. Those are sister signs. They're the opposing signs. Some of you guys, this could be reversed, but I really feel the energies of your person embracing more of the opposition, the opposite side of their sun sign energy, and coming at you completely different. Okay? Like, let's say you're dealing with a Cancer. They come back and they act more like a Capricorn, right? Or you're dealing with another Libra and they come back and they act more like, what, Taurus, right? Leo, Aquarius. It's the opposing signs, Sagittarius, Gemini, that sort of thing. Okay? I'm always a little off on that. Libra goes to Aries, right? Anyways, somebody's learning astrology, but even chart placements or something too. Somebody's really getting deep into that, and you're going to be receiving some new messages through your dreams, all right? So you got to keep a heads up on that, because the dreams are not just like your brain's way of processing right now. Your dreams are showing you multiple different timelines and multiple different ways that things between you and this person work out. Okay? Even your dreams are elevating you into an Empress energy. And somebody's either a life path number 3 or something about being born on the 30th or August 30th. Maybe for some of you guys, this went down over summertime, or with the cross watchers taking over the reading like that. Back during the summer, they had a tower moment in their mind and their side of things that's caused them to restart the connection, re-energize the connection. And they've been thinking about coming your way for ages, even though it's still a no contact situation. It's getting ready to be a not no contact. The opposite of no contact is yes contact. Well, just go with it. You know what I mean? You're right. Because in the Knight of Wands, it's like somebody that you never thought would reappear does. See Tupac on this one? I'm seeing Tupac as a hologram. Right? And then I'm seeing Roy Orbison as a hologram, because I'm hearing the bum, 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 bum. That's Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman, stop a while. Page of Swords. They are totally, with Judgment card, they are totally posting depressing things online. I wouldn't be surprised if their favorite sound to use right now for their posts, Libra, was nearer, my God, to thee. They're in a rough place right now, playing the world's smallest violin for no one to hear. The Knight of Cups is what's leading them in your direction to want to make an offer in your way, because whichever direction they went was the wrong choice. And that's what the Judgment card, they're regretting that they didn't choose you when they had the chance. Because the Judgment card talks about the pause that allows someone to take the time to turn that finger and point them at themselves and look inward to judge themselves instead of judging you, and realize that they had a lot of work to do. Yet it looks like they're assuming that you've moved on for some reason. So why do your social media posts tell them that you've moved on while their social media posts are playing Nearer My God to Thee while the Titanic sinks? Oh God, that's Celine Dion. I'm not even going to attempt to reach that note. Yeah, my heart will go on. You all know where we're going with that one. Okay, tell me more on the Judgment card of the Knight of Cups, because this is the thing that's going on. They like to do just a lot of knee-jerk things, never thinking before proceeding. Strength card, the Hermit. Wow, do they regret shutting this down? Holy moly, for the love of Christ in Kit's passenger seat. The Two of Swords, they don't have much hope or faith left for the direction where this is going. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups. Keep praying for them, because it's actually working on this one. It's literally drawing them right back in. So it's like they're maybe, is somebody still, something about sharing location still, or sharing location cell phone talk or something. It's like they're realizing their indecisiveness, though, is what's cost them their happy, nurturing relationship you were going to provide, because you were already trying to provide it, right? I don't know why, but look at Blondie on there with Debbie Carey on there. I'm hearing that song, Heart of Glass. That song may resonate to some of you guys. One turn up and a heart of glass. Seem like the real thing. Nah, nah. Blah, blah, blah. Something about Naugahyde. Whatever. I don't misheard lyrics. I don't know. But anyways, Seven of Pentacles. They couldn't keep breadcrumbing you. But yet you guys are still like, the posts are almost a form of like they're trying to see if they can get your attention. I mean, it's the best worst case scenario of attention seeking behavior I've ever seen. Because in the Five of Swords on this one, they're a little bit stuck in the stages of grief. In fact, that short that I've got posted about the 5 stages of the separation phase and why it has to happen, that may resonate. It's the link to it's down in the description box, okay? But for some of you guys, the Aquarius energy is really strong in their chart. It's not fixed energy. They're stubborn like bull. Could be a Taurus or a Leo, an Aquarius or a Scorpio. So the thing about this is that they make so many knee-jerk decisions. It's frustrating. Literally, resting 5 of Swords face, Libra, right? You're tired of with all this stuff. But it's like they ran, it's the vibes of like the knee-jerk decisions without taking time to think this whole thing through, right? That leaves you kind of face palming yourself like Bob Dylan on the Hermit card, Virgo energy, right? It's because it's like they ran back to their ex or to this other person or something, and then like they would deflect that they were even talking to the other person with the Hermit card, and then you found out they were trying to make you the third party when they were already involved with someone else. And it was like, oh, that person's just a roommate, or they're crashing at my place, or we're just friends, or this, and you come to find out they're in a whole freaking committed relationship, right? Tan line on the ring finger. Mm-hmm. The repeating 2 shows a lot of the excuses they were trying to make for this. That's a big part of it, right? 9 of Cups to the 10 of Pentacles. You guys did live together. But in the 10 of Swords, their overthinking got the better of them. So, so whatever it was, they're regretting that decision. And that's what's leading them to want to get rid of the right stuff in their life this time, because their awakening is what's leading them to realize that the other stuff around them was what was the lower level energy that was holding them down. So they only, now who's into oldies? Because now I'm hearing Dusty Springfield. I only want to be with you. Don't know what it is that makes, maybe I'm reading for a more seasoned group of Libras. You know, Stacy's mom's got it going on. The song said so. But anyways, so whoa. So the thing on this is, though, is that that's the problem, because they're regretting their decisions, which is getting to cut this out and realizing that they only want to be with you. So the reunion you've waited for on this 9 of Cups and prayed for and worked through, it's getting ready to happen. From whenever you find this reading, the biggest question here is like, they do know what they did to hurt you. It was a very hurtful, like, I mean, you were invested in this one and they treated it like it didn't even matter. You know what I mean? So it's a big thing on this one, because it's written in the cards that they're supposed to reach out. The real hard part is on this one is like, they got to prove to you that they're not going to hurt you again, right? It's not a test in you getting over the hurt or forgiving them or anything like that, even for those of you that lived together or did, because you have. It's the person in the energy. It's the person on your mind. They're the ones that think you haven't, or that it's something that can't be forgiven. But that's getting them into their own mindset of realizing, whoa, if I hurt them that hard that I don't think that Libra will forgive me, then that's what's causing them to slow their roll and think things through. Okay? 10 of Swords. If you haven't heard from me yet, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. All right? Somebody needs to do an unblocking. But if you haven't, I see in the next 7 to 10 days. I don't know what about 7 to 10 business days resonates, but apparently I'm supposed to give them 3 days grace. All right. Especially those of you seeing repeating 5s. Maybe that's part of the energy on the message, is because in the Bible, 5s represent grace. Maybe it's like, give this person grace, even though they've treated you and hurt you this much, you kind of do know what they were dealing with and going through, right? They are coming in correct for you, and it's a result of you praying for them. You're the one that's making them go through this work. I do see, though, it's showing up sooner than expected and them changing in a way you didn't expect, but in the best way. And you're like, no way, Archer, never going to happen. Not in a billion, gajillion, million years. I love it when you come back later, Libra, and you're like, Archer, they did reach out. Oh my God, what's up? And I'm like, that's the only time I will tell a sign that they're wrong, is when they come and go, Archer, no, it's never going to happen. They can never change, never again. I'm like, you're wrong. And I love it when you come back to tell me that it worked out. That's the best time. It's worth it. All right. So expect the unexpected. And they took over your readings. I think we have your title for this week ahead. Anyhow, I do hope that helps. All right. I love you, Libra. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, all you got to do is scan the QR code up here to take you to the link tree that has the automated booking site. That'll take you to the pricing and availability. It's also pinned in my bio, and it's down in the description and pinned comment. All right. Otherwise, until next we meet, Libra, I love you. And thank you very much for being a part of this. All right. Please like the reading, and leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji or something to keep your private life private on the way out. Helps get us back into the interwebs and to get noticed. All right. So love you, Libras. Limitless, darling, thank you so much. You are so nice. Spinning hugs for you, Limitless. Thank you for your donations. That's happening to the Mama T Foundation. We're still busting butt. Even if you can help with on the monetization side, just put the readings on and just let them play in the background, go about your day or something like that. It would mean the world to me. It would really help out. We are working to rebuild Mama T back. When she gets back home, she's back to best and everything's restored. So thank you guys for your donations. It means the world to me right now, and helping drive the channel into the internets. And that means you don't know how much of a blessing you guys are. I love you guys. I know there's a billion other tarot channels you could go to. So thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Karen. Your awesomeness. Oh my goodness. I get so nervous when I'm reading because I check out. When I'm Archer, I'm just channeling. I'm just God's speaker box. And some of the stuff I'm saying, I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this will never resonate. There's a million other tarot readers. Why would this? Oh my gosh. So thank you. You know, every tarot reader needs to thank you guys for that stuff because it means the world. Thank you for the prayers, Melissa Justice. We're doing good. We are one day at a time, building back, but it's strong. And having the other Melissa Sunshine here is a blessing. All right. Let's get onward and forward. Time for Scorpio. What's up, Kit Kat? How are you doing? Debbie's here too. Hi, guys. Thanks for being here. All right, Scorpio, onward and forward. Let's grab the Light Seers deck for you, and let's grab a timestamp for you, and we're going to do 20454. That's nice. I like it. What's up, Scorpio? How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the channel and the family, hyping and liking the reading, leaving a comment, even if it's just an emoji. And if you do want to book a personal reading with me or to check out everything else the channel's got to offer, just scan the QR code up here or use the link in the description, pinned in my bio on TikTok. It'll take you to the automated booking site for readings and everything else the channel's got to offer. And I got to get that updated. There's going to be new stuff too, Scorpio. So check back often. All right. I got to make new links in the link tree. But anyways, meanwhile, back at your reading. Thank you for letting me shamelessly self-promote myself, support small business. Maybe some of you guys are into a small digital business. Maybe some of you guys got your mind on your money and your money on your mind. Let's go. Scorpio. Wherefore art thou, Scorpio? You know I'm never going to stop doing this poem for you. I absolutely adore when I get to do this poem for you, Scorpio. Anyways, 'tis the east, and Scorpio is the sun. Would a Scorpio by any other name still be just as sweet? Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. You know what I mean, right? You're Scorpio. Let's go. All right, give me 2 shuffles. Let's do this. Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the super successful, slightly secretive, kind of sassy Scorpios. I dig it. Over energy is the Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming your way, and God's got it planted in their head that they need to. Literally, their brain is having a slight short circuit. So you guys might be noticing flashing lights in your home. Okay. But God's put it in their mind with the 3 of Cups to the Page of Cups that they got to come your way. Scorpio, you got somebody hot on your stinger tail right now. Oh my God, Becky, look at Scorpio's tail. It's so big. Gotta be one of them rap singers. Somebody's got the hots for you. Oh my gosh. Let's see where this goes. The Star card. Oh, you're their destiny, Scorpio. In the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. The Fool card. Oh my goodness. The King of Wands. Somebody stutters. The Devil card is you. And you're like, wait, what? No, hold on. Hear me out, Scorpio. Hold on. They're obsessed with you. They're hot on the trail of your stinger. All right? It's like that 80s song. You are an obsession. And like a butterfly, I will come at you. Anyways, some even resonates. In the 10 of Swords, they cannot get you off their mind. 3 of Cups. The problem on this thing is, though, is that it looks like that their lives are finally catching up to them, right? Just like you knew it would be, because they know you were the only one that saw through their mask Could be a Taurus. They're energetical bull stuff. And it's like, their lies caught up to them. You saw through the mask and you knew their true colors. Why are you being so hard on yourself? Because you know what's going on right now? You're like, nothing's going on, Archer. I don't even want to talk about this right now. Let's talk about money. But no, did you know that over on their side of the fence that things are unraveling for them because their lies are finally catching up? You don't have to carry the burdens of their mistakes in the Ten of Swords. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. The thing about this is, like, I feel a sudden burst of confidence that comes on to you in the week ahead here. From whenever you find this reading at 7 days to with that star card and the 7 of Swords to the 10 of Swords, because in traditional Rider-Waite, it talks about the 7 of Swords is taking and processing through the 5 stages of grief that the 5 of Swords represents, while having hope and faith in the remaining 2 of Swords that you can make it through the 5 stages of grief in order to see things from a different perspective in the 6 of Swords. That's a lot of Aquarius energy. The stubborn is strong with this one. Definitely some of you guys could have been dealing with another fixed sign, like another Scorpio, a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius. But then Capricorn and Sagittarius are here too. Aries, more Capricorn, and Gemini. The entitlement was kind of strong with this, though, that they really felt like you owed them, right? Oh, Scorpio, you don't you understand because I loaned you a pencil 20 years ago that you were indebted to me, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'll buy you a whole pack if you just stop. They would use any little thing they could to hold it against you and over your head. Somebody might be born on the 7th, 17th, 27th, 15th, or the 4th. The 10th, the 14th is here. Maybe the 1st. And definitely something about December 1st means something. The 3 of Wands, maybe that's just back to this. Oh, it's Taylor Swift's song. I go back to December all the time. 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. 7 of Cups, and the Justice card with the Page of Swords. They are learning lessons. Even by stalking your social media and obsessing on you, they're learning lessons from it. Look at them getting ready to gain knowledge. See, the light bulbs aren't lit up yet. And I mentioned something about flickering lights. When those light bulbs light up and the flickering lights in your place, that's when they start gaining the wisdom and the knowledge on this. Strong Libra energy, too, with the Justice card. The Justice card talks about balancing the left brain and the right brain, okay? The emotion and the logical sides, the masculine and the feminine energies, right? And coming to a place of mature emotional balance in order to keep, like, the thoughts on point and in check, okay? They were so fake, and it wasn't very becoming, right? Like going off on you while trying to portray to the world that they're like this perfect picture of everything, right? Look at some of you guys that could have been dealing with somebody like a Gemini, maybe even Pisces, somebody that like two fish, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde vibes, right? Might not even be either of those signs, and straight up, they were just multiple personality disorder, okay? I'm not a doctor, but for some of you guys, they may have been diagnosed with some kind of mental health issues that were involved. Now, the thing on this is, though, for some, it's kind of like they always thought with the wrong head, leaving you stuck in a situationship or a friends with benefits situation, like wanting the milk without buying the cow, right? 3 of Wands into the 3 of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. They couldn't keep entertaining this energy here, making you feel insecure and unstable about things in the 3 of Swords. Meanwhile, to the public in the Page of Pentacles, oh, they're all happy. They're going surfing. They're doing really great, right? Some of you guys, like you guys met and like they ghosted. Like they came to town to visit and then all of a sudden disappeared, went back home, and you found out like they were just like energetical vampires. They had something else going on, right? But then to the public, they love the yes men around them. They got to be the center of attention. And then behind the scenes, they're just a stubborn, entitled brat. And I'm not trying to be mean to the cross watcher on this one. I'm just calling what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah. Repeating 33s are showing up. So like repeating threes might be stalking you guys a little bit. Or somebody's a life path 33. Ooh, welcome to Christ consciousness. Ha, fellow life path 33 here. I'll be your host tonight. Come on, right this way. But the Seven of Cups, the Justice card, they couldn't go that direction like that. The thing on it is, it's like they were. I'm seeing. Remember the movie Dodgeball, or maybe somebody has a memory back in school of playing with those. With the red rubber ball, those things. But it's like the great philosopher Einstein said: if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, right? Close enough for government work. So the thing about this is that if they kept dodging and hiding, like it's what resulted in the lies and the manipulations, and the lies kept catching up with them. Telling a lie, look, 7 of Cups, 7 different lies. Telling a lie to cover this lie, to cover that lie, then this lie to cover. They can't keep track of the lies. It'd be easier to keep track of the truth if they just did that, and that's what they're learning about. Okay, so it's kind of like, I mean, you guys do love each other. And interestingly enough, I'm going to pull some more on the Justice card to the Capricorn card on the Devil to the Aries card of the Fool. Some of you guys are totally dealing with a cardinal sign, an Aries, a Capricorn, or a Cancer. Okay. But I want to see more on these major arcanas right here that leads into shooting their shot or something. It's because it's almost like, see, I got chills on this because it's almost like, are you guys really in no contact, or are you guys still fighting digitally? Right? They're just kind of weird. 4 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentacles. And weird is just something we don't totally understand. So they never really understood love. All they knew how to do was to kick, scream, yell, and try to fight until they get their way. That's why all the lies, all the mind manipulations, like they always had to have like a reason or an excuse why they were too busy. 7 of Cups into the 4 of Cups. Every time you would start to 3 of Cups, get your hopes up, you'd wind up resulting in the 4 of Cups, right? So it's like always too busy to make time for you, but when they needed something from you, then you'd better be ready for them. You know what I mean? And it just became so much to deal with. And the Knight of Pentacles, when they kept slow walking the grand choice, the ultimate decision. Oh, Scorpio, you're being too, I told you I need more time. I told you I'm going through something right now. I'm doing it. And like they kept just trying to buy time with their excuses instead of addressing the elephant in the room, which was them. You know what I mean? For some of you guys, they were just addicted to the attention. They just could not leave you holding the bag for everything. I mean, they do love you, but they couldn't keep doing that to you. You were their scapegoat. Oh yeah. I called it. This is why I love tarot. I love when you flex like that. I literally just talked about being the scapegoat. And the 2 of Pentacles shows up. The indecisiveness that turned them into that. Oh, it's all Scorpio's fault. It's all Scorpio. The thing about this is when they got to that point, you totally had to protect yourself. Somebody was born on the 27th. But so the whole thing about that is that I do see them overcoming this immature mindset and then trying to come in with a more humbled mindset. Ace of Pentacles. That's a smaller seed being planted that can be nurtured and grown into a 10 of Pentacles future. 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. I knew it. For about 11% of you guys here, this fight is your guys' form of, it's building up an Ace of Wands tension between the 2 of you guys, right? The silence and the little posts and the little jabs and the little digs are slowly building up that Ace of Wands energy. Because remember how you had someone at the beginning of the reading in total hot pursuit of your big Scorpio stinger tail, right? Someone's drunk in the trunk at the honky tonk, but cheese or pizza. They totally want to see your stinger. I don't know, but that's the thing, or that's the way this comes in with the more 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles maturity is that you guys together complete each other in a 10 of Pentacles status. And with the Ace of Wands, the makeup boom boom's going to be awesome. You're not going to be bumping uglies. You're going to be bumping pretties. Oh my God. I'm a grown man and you're going to make me blush, Scorpio. Bumping pretty. I just heard a song by Buck Cherry and I'm not going to sing it. Figure it out. Hey, you're in. Hey, hold on. Hey, you're a hierophant, but your Ace of Wands so good, I'm on top of it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. No, Scorpio was like, I made Archer do that. Oh, you're welcome. Anyways, I hope this helps. With this Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, there's a very intense, passionate communication coming your way. All right. So just so you know, hope that helps. Some of you guys, I was told this might be something to look out for. But anyways, they're overcoming the immature mindset and coming in it's more humble, but it's still more direct. Basically, they're going to treat you the way they should have in the first place. That's it. You know, and I know I'm just saying that's it because you're the one experiencing it, but it's literally like somebody just like had to look them in the face and be like, maybe this is how you should have treated Scorpio in the first place, right? Right, cross watchers, simplest answer is always usually the one. Yep, but human brain's programmed to overthink. When we think 77,000 thoughts a day, like Frankie taught me, right? Of course, we're going to overthink it instead of taking the most simplest approach. Cross watcher, here's a life hack for you. I,M space SORRY and mean it. Okay? Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Anyhow, I hope it helps, Scorpio. All right. I'll see you later on this week for your individual reading. And if you want to book a personal with me or check out everything else the channel's got to offer, just scan the QR code or use the link that's in the description box, pinned comment, and pinned in the bio. Otherwise, until when next we meet, Scorpio, I would really like to know what's in this person's cell phone. Anyways, irrelevant at the moment. We'll find out later. I do hope it helps. Until next we meet, Scorpio dear or buddy, peace, love, and spinny hugs. Bye. That was like the first reading the Ace of Wands actually did show up in, right? Total tarot after dark moment. Scorpio's like, oh no. This whole thing, I just put this on today. Scorpio crosswatcher be like, got any more than stinger tails? Anyhow, I'm done. I think the Scorpio reading's over. Whoa. Sagittarius will hold on. It'll be okay. Except that one Sagittarius is like, don't close that door, Archer. That was a good reading. All right. You're welcome, Tina. No problema. What's up, Rebecca? Lighthouse of Destiny. You guys are awesomeness. What's up? What's up? All right. Over here we go. On to Sagittarius. Sag, you are going to be at 2/20/20. Oh, that's a cool timestamp. Now we're talking. All right, Sag, let's go for it. Let's do it. Hey, Sagittarius, what is up? How you doing? Sagittarius, don't even try it, Sag. You're like, Sag is like, nope, I'm fine. I'm okay. It's fine. There was a deck jam in there, okay? Come here. All right. We won't tell nobody about it. All right. I'm going to grip you up. You get that spinny hug with my deck jams. All right. Where I get you to start giggling. Your hair blows in the breeze like you're in a Jeep with the tops off. All right. Jeep wave. You might start feeling better, a little more optimistic and ready for something that comes in. So if you ever need another one, come on back anytime you like. All right. So let's tap in. God, why did Sagittarius try to hide the fact that they needed a spinny hug? What did they do, Sag? Wait, I got to ask God that one. Anyhow. All right. Connect me and tap me and tune me into Sag's energy because I still have reading for you. As you know, I've been affectionately called the Sag Whisperer before many a times by many a people, and I'm very proud of it. There's many other tarot readers out there, but I know Sagittarius, beautiful people, beautiful. Trust me, believe me. But what? Really? You want the impression? Leo didn't like the impression. Sag is like, I want the impression. Fabulous. Let's go. All right. Anyways, let's tap me into me. Let's go, guys. Maybe a little laughter is the best medicine. I don't know. Anyhow, 2 shuffles. Let's go. 1 and 2. Ooh, preview. King of Swords on the 4 of Wands. Either the pending divorce never goes through, the one you never thought returned after the breakup returns, and for most of you, it's the twin flame finally making their entry into the relationship. All right. You've got the rewards of someone that cut bait and ran away from you, returning, leveled up, even if it's another Sagittarius, because you taking your power back with your major arcana right here is what's bringing in the rewards. The 4 of Wands is the overall on it. All right. So let's do it. 2 shuffles. Did we do the 2 shuffles? Nope. Intuitively, I was told to do it again. It don't matter. 1 and 2. Maybe this is the distraction. Let's love this deck for the super sassy, still successful Sagittarius, the only sign worthy of 5 syllables. Yeah, right. Suck on that other 11 signs. No. Sag, are you okay? Anyhow, the over energy is the Hierophant. Oh, look at this. This is all about gaining understanding. All right. Somebody learning about things and learning how to take things from a non-biased approach. All right. Ending the judgments, the Queen of Pentacles into the Page of Pentacles. I literally see like the reason there's no communication just yet, but it's getting ready to happen, is because with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, this tells me that they know when they press send, it's basically a marriage proposal. You're not going to put up with the games. You're not going to put up with the in and out energy. You know what you want with that Temperance card being there. And so it's like, if they're going to go back into the on again, off again vibes, wishy-washiness, don't bother, right? They know when they press send, it's basically agreeing that you were right and that they wanted you for life all along this whole time. Whoa, that's heavy. Okay, let's go. No wonder you're so burnt out. Holy moly. Ace of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Tower card. See? A simple hate text that led to a fight. They always just blew off the handle. Never took any time to think things through. The breadcrumbing and the gaslighting, like they thought, well, it's just Sagittarius. All right, I can get away with breadcrumbing them or gaslighting them, right? Seven of Pentacles to the King of Wands shows they never took things seriously. Strong vibes that you were dealing with another Sagittarius too, or someone with strong Sag in the chart. King of Pentacles into the Four of Swords shows the time apart was needed in order for them to reach a stage of emotional maturity. Okay, some of you guys might even be like, you might have a Sag, like Leo energy is here, but then like a Sag Venus, Sag rising, something like that. I see you working through these frustrating feelings though this week, because it's like you're both your, oh, it's like, wait, oh, it's like both your personal life and your love life are out of whack at the same time. Oh, it's like tower after tower moment, isn't it, Sag? You're like, yeah, it used to be I could at least bury myself in work and I was okay, or I could do that. Now it's like I don't have enough money to do something, or I don't have enough time to do something. And you've wound up feeling like you Seven of Pentacles sacrificed your whole life. And you're like, Archer, I am really trying. But it's like, I never get a break, right? God is preparing something for you for what you've gone through. And what it is on this one with the Six of Pentacles into the Tower card is that, here's the thing, you love them and you were all in. And they were going to continue to take advantage of that if this separation, this period didn't happen. Okay, that short that I made about the 5 separation stages of the separation phase and why it's kind of like necessary in order for everything to work out right. It might help. It might resonate. Okay. The link to it's in the description box. Okay. That short might help. But the thing about this is on this Four of Swords, without this pause, they would have continued to take advantage of you. And with the way they never showed you any real love, it's totally understandable why it's affecting your life across the board. This was a rather traumatic fight, traumatic experience, traumatic experience, traumatic experience. I don't know why, but I'm getting stuck at a point. I don't know why, but I keep seeing like a Sag that stands up or gets a text message or a communication and like running out of a room screaming or crying. It's like some kind of a communication that was a very traumatic thing, or a traumatic photo, or a note, something like that, that just led to a Tower card, Six of Pentacles, right? So the thing about that with the Hierophant was they needed to learn that their actions had consequences, right? And I know they kind of like seem happy that you two aren't together or aren't talking, but they're not. There's no way God would let them go on without paying off some karmic debt for what they did to your heart. The Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. They're not happy with the direction that they're in. The overall energy is the Eight of Swords. Okay? Somebody has a doctor appointment scheduled. Don't forget about it, okay? But Three of Cups into the Four of Pentacles. They were so closed off to love that it almost made you feel like that you weren't good enough for love. They had a way of putting the blame onto you. So it's like you didn't want this Four of Swords pause or this Four of Swords timeout, right? You weren't interested in like, oh, wow, they're playing that game of like, oh, they're making like, oh, you guys are just getting started. You should get to know each other. Don't give everything up. You don't want those initial game playing stages. Open up, be vulnerable, talk to Sagittarius, and that's the way right to a Sagittarius's heart. Those age-old games are so last cycle, right? Oh, we're just going to give the bare minimum. I keep a little bit to myself, we're going to open up over time. That and Sag is like, I don't have time for that, right? Because your life's moving fast enough as it is. And if somebody wants to like breadcrumb what they choose to tell you and when, if they're not all in, you're more worried about the stuff they're hiding than the stuff they're telling you, right? And that's why the gameplay gets to be too much, because it's not the game of love. Something about the game of life, though, might resonate. It's just a fun board game or a game night or something. Because like you guys do love each other. That's the thing. But when they didn't get their way, their temper came out. Because some of you guys, it was the cardinal energy in the chart. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn vibes. Maybe for some of you guys with the 6 of Wands, they've taken anger management courses or something, right? Because you were honest right up front. Look, right in the beginning, I don't play games, right? You were open. You told them what your intentions were, right? And they're like, oh, no problem. Me too, same way. And then it didn't happen that way. 8 of Cups into the 4 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, I'm not into games or else. And then what did they do? Turn into games, right? Didn't hold their promise, or they told a lie. And that's the slowest way to a Sagittarius' heart is with dishonesty. Taurus, Virgo, Gemini vibes on that. Strong Cancer. It's the thing that like they really were in the attention-seeking behavior was really strong. 10 of Pentacles, the Emperor. Some of you guys did live together, didn't you? Or there were plans to. I'll be darned, but they have done the work. The 6 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles shows them successfully overcoming the energies of always making you the problem, making you the villain, right? Making you the energetical scapegoat and things. So they might seem happy that you two aren't together or that they've moved on based on those social media posts, but they're not. Because whatever or whoever they chose over you, whether it was someone else or just that whole, I'm not ready for a relationship yet, right? And you're like, well, I'm not getting stuck in a friends with benefits zone. And then all of a sudden, well, that's fine. They're realizing they shouldn't have done that because their actions have consequences. With the Magician, they did it to themselves. But I do see them like overcoming some barriers or some boundaries, maybe just taking accountability for how immature they were. Somebody here might work in real estate or property management, all right? But I do see it's still your destiny for this to go long-term, and you did see that long-term commitment with them. So I think your prayers, even just because I'm seeing a Sagittarius, some of you guys might have an Aries moon, Aries rising, Aries Venus, dealing with an Aries, but I'm seeing a Sagittarius like grabbing their necklace or something and just being like, dear Lord, please help me make it through this. Please help me make it through this. Something like that. And God going, okay, all right, message received, and something changing to go through on this. So, because you guys do love each other. What the thing on it is that even if it's just that whole I wasn't ready for a relationship thing, they're regretting it in the 8 of Cups, Pisces energy. That's what's leading to cut out the crap and come in correct for you. This is getting ready to happen. It's only like one layer deep on this one. And some of you guys do work together. But even with Violet Jessup showing up here, that's my girl from the Titanic, all right? That's my Libra from the Titanic. Violet Jessup was a Libra, right? But this woman here, White Star Line didn't like her, all right? What you don't ever hear about in any of the documentaries or the movies is that this woman was on all 3 of the Titanics. There were 3 of them. They were a class of ship, right? They still do that nowadays. She was on the Olympic when it had an accident. She was on the Titanic when it had an accident. She was on the Britannic when it had an accident, right? And a phone call coming in shocks you that you never suspected from this person. You know why? Because I was working on telling the traditional Violet Jessup story. And I was told to tell you about the story that happened later in her life, years after the Titanic incident. When she was alone at night and there was a thunderstorm going on in her city, in her neck of the woods where she lived at the time. And during this thunderstorm, her phone rang, right? And she answers it. And the voice on the other end of the phone says, is this Violet Jessup? And she's like, yes, it is. And the voice on the phone's like, is this Violet Jessup that was on the Titanic? Yep. That saved a baby on the Titanic. Full disclosure, Violet Jessup was handed a baby as she got in the lifeboat and carried the baby in the lifeboat to safety. And she goes, yes. And the voice on the other end of the phone goes, I was that baby, and hung up the phone, right? You have a voice you don't suspect coming in that shocks you and gives you chills. Fool card on the 5 of Wands with the Death card. Somebody you thought was long done and gone reaches out and makes the right decision to come forward. Oh my word, that's epically awesome. So this might happen sooner than expected with that Fool card, because energetically, we are in the energetical start point with Saturn and Neptune both lined up at 0 degrees of Aries. It's go time. All right. And that, especially if those of you that like there's bad weather going on in your area, heads up, your phone's going to ring and you don't even suspect it. And it's the person you never thought it would be. All right. That was heavy, Sag. I hope it helps. All right. Please hype and like the reading on your way out. If you want to book a personal with me or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code up here or use the link in the description box or pinned comment. Also pinned in the bio TikTok. It'll take you to the Archer link tree. That's got the booking site with all the pricing, availability details, and everything else the channel has to offer. All right. Otherwise, until next we meet, you know I love you, Sagittarius. That's why I'm Archer. All right. But until when next we meet, I'll see you then. Until then, peace, love, and real full 14-second spinny hugs. All right. Thank you guys for being here too. You guys are awesomeness. I love that we're getting back onto a good schedule. Sweet Stacy, hi. How have you been? Oh my goodness, it is so good to see you. What is up, girl? What's up, you lovable little Leo, you? Crystal, Social Shelly. I gotta see. Hi, Shelly. I gotta finish updating the link tree. I gotta get your link in there for your book. I gotta get Monica's link in there for the Feminine Academy. I gotta get Melissa. I need more downtime. I'm a busy bee, but thank you all for your patience. And thank you for just being here and being a part of the fam. I love you guys. Sorry, throat chakra. I'm human. All right. See, I'm looking forward to Capricorn. Here we go. Here we go. That'll work. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we've got on deck for you. I kind of want to use the biblical tarot again. Let's go here. Yeah, okay. Cool beans. All right, Capricorn, you are going to be at 234.54. Let's do it. Hey, Capricorn, what's up? Thank you for being here, being a part of this. If you haven't subscribed or are new, it's nice to meet you and welcome in. So think about your person and God, tap me in, tune me into Capricorn's energy. Give me everything you got for the cardinal earth sign. What do you got for our GOATs? I never did like that you were tied to the devil card. That's not fair. You should get the Wheel of Fortune. You guys aren't devils. You guys are the fathers of the zodiac. You're the motivators that helps people get through the most trying of times, you know? So anyways, Goat Lives Matter. Hashtag Goat Lives Matter. Yeah, I know, right? It took me a minute to get that one. All right, let's do it. Exactly, Melissa. All right, let's go. 2 shuffles. Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the greatest of all time, the cool, calm, collected Capricorn. Let's get that back. Duck witches, get money. Let's go. All right, overall energy. 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Lover's card, and the High Priestess with the Fool card. Oh my word. That is a ton of major arcana. It's like this is a whole shift. Major arcana represents major changes, major planetary shifts, major things we can't control, right? All this major arcana, some of you guys have been experiencing based on the Mandela effect that you know of. Some of you guys are doing a timeline jump. You and your person have jumped into a timeline, the alternate one. 3 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. And the guardian angels have guided you guys through this. It's like that old TV show, Quantum Leap, you know? So the thing about this is they never took anything seriously with you. And the guardian angels are showing them behind the scenes that you don't know with the High Priestess, everything that they did wrong and the bad choices that they made. Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, and Aries energy. All right. Leo's here too, because the 5 of Wands talks about learning lessons. All right. In order to make it to a 6 of Wands successful connection. All right. So let's go. 7 cards. Page of Wands, Aries energy. 6 of Cups gives me Scorpio. 9 of Wands. Nice. The 9 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. The 6 of Wands, Leo energy. If you're dealing with a Leo, for some reason, they show up or come in correct faster than expected. Wherever the Leo is in their chart, it energizes them. All right. With the Strength card. Okay, some of y'all are totally dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius who's acting like a Leo. All right. Roles could be reversed. But we've got Queen of Cups and the 6 of Swords, which means they finally, they pass a test or a lesson in real love. They realized they couldn't keep playing games with your heart. When they never took anything serious with you, this got beyond frustrating, right? because they knew you wanted something solid and long term, and then they played like they didn't know any better, right? Look, oh, I'm sorry, Capricorn, I didn't know you really wanted something involved. I thought we were just meeting up for a fun time. And you're like, I put my all into this, right? Some of you guys live at a distance, or physical or metaphorical, either way. But it's the fact that when they went back home or something, you found out they were up to other business. Page of Wands, they were being a little foolish, a little young and immature with your heart and with others, right? They had a vibe that there was so much going on here that they almost, as a way of getting a pass. Yeah, it's like when they would come back, they almost thought like you just like get a pass or a get out of jail free card, right? That you would just forgive them even though you've done it a million times. Hey, Caitlin, what up, darling? Spinny hugs. Hi, Donna. In the Queen of Cups, this here is a lesson in real love, but they will pass through this, okay? I think the age difference is the biggest problem here, right? A difference in mindsets, maybe a difference in upbringing, that it was almost like whenever you brought up that you wanted something long term, they would be intentionally dense, right? Like, oh, what? No, what? Oh, I didn't know you were interested, Capricorn. They're lying. Of course they knew you wanted something serious. Especially for those of you that right now behind the scenes, they're lying to everybody else, being like, oh, yeah, I tried telling Capricorn that I wasn't interested, but Capricorn was just all over me. Yeah, that's definitely a roles reversed, right? Totally. The Leo energy is really strong in this reading. Then Scorpio's here, Aries and Cancer, Aquarius and Sagittarius. And some of you guys we're seeing repeating sixes. Some of you might be born, you or them could be on the 6th, the 8th, the 9th. Let's see. Queen of Swords, the 7 of Swords into the Knight of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. But so yes, it was a Pisces, Aquarius, cusper. Or Aquarius, Pisces, cusper. You know what I mean? Strong Aquarius and Pisces vibes. But even the 7 of Swords to the Queen of Swords here is how many times were you supposed to forgive them for doing the same mistake again? Right? But because the 7 of Swords talks about having hope and faith in making it through the 5 swords, the 5 stages of grief, right? That the 5 swords represents. Like in traditional Rider-Waite, the 7 of Swords shows that dude taking the 5 swords out of the equation, okay? So rest assured that even with as long as this is taken with the Knight of Pentacles, there is still healing and work going on behind the scenes that leads them from the 10 of Wands to the Ace of Cups, okay? Because you know what it is? God put a pause in place on this one until they could learn how to take the relationship seriously, right? Because it's like they couldn't keep you on the hook while entertaining other options. And it's the age-old adage, having their cake and eating it too. Aquarius energy. Some of you guys, they didn't choose another person over you, but they chose like an addiction or a vice or something over you. Maybe the sports betting was a lot to deal with, or whatever that is. Maybe just a lot of like lottery stuff like that. But it's like that God had to put these things on hold because Temperance reversed. Hold it. Some of you guys put this on hold with the Page of Swords and the 2 of Wands until they chose to learn their lessons and come in correct. And what you don't see behind the scenes with all this major arcana, which is intense energy, is that behind the scenes on the High Priestess, they actually have realized they were the problem. Scorpio energy, that Judgment card. The Judgment card talks about somebody finally getting to a point that they have to take a stop, a pause, drop 5 and punt. Who's an athlete here or something? What about football resonates? But they have to take a moment to turn the finger inward and look at themselves, okay? The mirroring was what led them to this. But in the Empress card, it's the major shifts that lead into the level up on this. So the push-pull was really intense here. It's like the energies of like either they were still seeing someone else or they were hiding an addiction or someone or something that had control over them. And it was all used as leverage, right? Like maybe they were going through a breakup or a divorce or like something like an ex holding children over their head or using kids as leverage, right? 6 of Cups, Jesus with the children. And when people use children as leverage, that's one of the very few times that Jesus has been known to tip a table in a temple, right? They couldn't keep being that deceitful and manipulative. That's the big part on this. King of Wands to the 3 of Swords, right? So this here is like the push-pull being so intense here that it's like leaving you even wondering, like, why are we even doing this anymore? Because it's all become too much, right? The King of Wands to the Three of Swords, which talks about the rebellion against David. And right there with King David. You couldn't figure out why they would even, like, why are we even going through all of this? You're right. I don't think they expected you to shut them down, because that's what I'm starting to pull on this one. It's like you cut off them. They thought they could run their game on you, but you figured it out, found it out, and you cut them off. And that's what actually activated them. In the sense that with the Four of Swords of the Sun card, they knew they blocked their happiness off. And with the Wheel of Fortune, which the card that I always said should be your major arcana, they're in the direction of coming back to you. Could definitely be a Leo or an Aries, but Libra too. So the thing about it is that so because of your cutoff game, they feel like that they can't have you. And we always want what we can't have, right? Because whatever vice or addiction they were on, it became too much to handle. So they feel like they can't have you, yet they always want what they can't have. And so they're trying to figure out a way to reach out and address the giant elephant in the room, but which is the mess they created. But they still wind up asking for one last chance with you. And believe it or not, they get it right this time. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles to the Emperor. It is them. It is. We do have divine counterparts on this one. That you guys are each other's kingdom spouses. For some of you guys, this could totally be a twin flame union or the real deep one. You know, you guys get all the titles. Deep, twin flame, soulmate, right? They just had to get through the entitlement era and the breadcrumbing stages in order to see things in a better perspective. But yet they still wind up shooting their shot. And look at this overall in the outcome. Told you they feel like they missed the boat with the 5 of Cups. You're feeling that, but they're healing from it. And you guys get to go forward and get this right this time. I'm surprised you haven't heard from them yet. If not, keep your ears peeled, because they're almost through that 5 of Wands. In the week ahead, you'll see something completely different. All right? Even with that Temperance reversed, they're just finishing up. All right? They're working to turn this Temperance card upright, Sagittarius energy, in order to come correct, take action, and expand the connection. Okay? I do hope it helps. They totally. Some of you guys actually have already gotten the text and you're just here waiting for a confirmation. It's safe to proceed, though. You guys are each other's kingdom spouses. I love it. I do hope this helps, Capricorn. Thank you for being here. Please hype and like the reading. If you could leave an emoji, comment, emoji, whatever you like down there to keep your private life private, or tell us what's going on. We want to know. Comment section's here for you, like Blue's Clues. Let us know how you're feeling. Something about Steve from Blue's Clues might even resonate, Capricorn. But anyways, to check out everything the channel has to offer, or to head over to my automated booking site for personal readings with availability and details, or for everything else that's offered, just scan the QR code. All right. Otherwise, until when next we meet, I'll see you then. All right. Until then, peace, love, and spinny hats. Love you, Capricorn. You GOATU. They know what they did. That's the thing. But when you go through an awakening, Capricorn, where somebody realizes that you were their divine partner, their kingdom spouse, massive awakening when they also realize they're the ones that messed everything up with you, with their divine kingdom spouse. That's a lot to process, but they're going to successfully process it. You guys still have a 10 of Pentacles in here and a 6 of Wands here that says you guys are destined for this to work out. All right. So leave a comment down. You don't actually leave me a comment. Let me know whether you've heard from her or not. Then we can start judging like the frequency of how often they're returning. All right. We'll do some research. I got Virgo moon, Virgo rising. So I got you. All right, Capricorn. Bye. Wow. I know I said bye first earlier, but that message had to come out. All right. Onward and forward. And thank you guys for being here too. You guys are awesomeness. I love you guys. You guys, wow, we got, okay, that many on YouTube, that many on TikTok. That's a, whoa, to the 350 people here. Love that like between all the platforms we've got. It is so awesome to be here and read for you. Thanks for being a part of the fam. And thank you for leaving comments, even if it's just emojis, or for hyping the reading, liking it, sharing it, whatever you can to get it back. And YouTube did an algorithm reset. Okay. TikTok's jamming. We're looking good. But YouTube, we need a little bit of it put out into the algorithm. So any little bits you can do, it would mean the world to me and help keep things moving. And thank you for all the donations in that too. Okay. Onward over to Aquarius. Oh, thank you, CB. I was so overdue for the haircut. It was crazy. I think I lost 5 pounds. Got an awesome Sagittarius barber, hairstylist. Comes over to the house, took care of everybody. We all got trimmed up, cleaned up, and purdied up. I got to text her. I'm going to see if she will come back and do something really nice for Melissa for Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. I want Sunshine to get her hair did. I got to text. I'll text that Sag. All right, we'll find out. Okay, you guys ready? Aquarius, where are we going to go for you, Aquarius? I want to use the Goddess Tarot. Nice, let's go for it. Okay, Aquarius, you are going to be at 248.33. What up, Aquarius? How are you doing? Thank you very much for being here. All right, think about your person, and let's do this. All right, Aquarius gang. I don't know why, but okay, I don't know why, but I just heard Aquarius gang. I'm white, Aquarius. I don't. Anyhow, let's go. All right, God, tap me into Aquarius's energy. Maybe for some of you guys, there's like a difference in race or religion or something like that. But anyways, Aquarius gang. Let's see. My money don't jingle. It folds. All right, let's connect it and see what we got for Aquarius. Here we go. 2 shuffles. Way to take Archer out of his element and put him into an awkward place. Awkward silence. 2 shuffles. Let's go. Let's just read some cards. 1.5. Whoa. Okay, we're connected in. I love it. When my deck pops cards, it tells me we're connected to the energy. 5 of Swords on the 3 of Cups. You're disappointed in love at the moment. And yet with the 3 of Cups, things are going to start looking up for you. Literally something about a margarita that resonates to somebody. Okay. Anyways, Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, somebody's watching you from a distance, Aquarius. Look at the old school little zoomy lens telescope thingies that they put like by Niagara Falls and Mount Rushmore and all that stuff back in the day. Somebody from a distance is totally snooping. Is it good snooping or bad snooping? Ace of Wands, it's really good snooping. Whoa, Aquarius. You know how you're the alien emoji in the Zodiac? Well, you got somebody who totally wants you to beam them up. Oh my word. All right, we all know what happens on alien spaceships, right? Right, Randy Quaid? What? Oh my God, is that even appropriate? Anyhow, I don't think did we love this deck yet? I'm completely lost on this one. No, these were just the poppers. Okay, these were just the poppers. All right, 2 shuffles. We're back. Oh my goodness. That Ace of Wands got me. You're gonna make I'm stuttering. Y'all are gonna, Aquarius, your person could go make a grown crab blush over here. I don't know how in the world they got all those pictures of you, but goodness, they don't mind hanging on to them. Oh, they're a screenshot king or queen. Oh boy. Yeah, even for my male Aquariuses, the girls were like, it's time for Aquarius to drink their Diet Coke. All right, 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. Oh my God. 9 of Cups. They do see you as a bit of a blessing in their life. Oh my God. You guys are exactly what each other wished for with the 8 of Pentacles. And some of you guys actually do work together in the same industry. But they can't stop. Oh my gosh, they can't stop on this one. What is going on? We got to set the energetic rhythm, Aquarius. 1 and 2. Making a grown crab blush and stutter. And let's just love this deck for the amazingly auspicious, awesome, according to your person, Aquarius is. Let's go. 2 persons is. Cross-watcher earmuffs. Because Aquarius, I think you're getting ready to make a decision about 2 interesting options that are coming your way or that you've been talking to or entertaining. And it's like you're frustrated with the one that's been slow walking things, but you've got this other one that's not slow walking things, and then it gets you to the point of ending a feeling of being frustrated this week. Like somebody never makes a decision about something, but then all of a sudden they do. Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups. Holy moly. Taurus energy is in on this. Scorpio and Pisces with the High Priestess. You got more than one person scoping you out, or some of you guys in the public eye or something. Like you got a tarot channel, or some of you guys, like I could be reading for someone in the entertainment industry or something like this. Okay. But you got more than one cross watcher who's like hot on your tails. Like when I do your weekly this week, I could totally get away with putting they took over your reading. Okay. But the thing on this is that the way that they keep gaslighting into it, it's almost like you're feeling that you don't have, are you worried that they're both not good options? Ace of Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Two of Swords, and another card confirming it. No, one of them is actually a very good choice, Six of Wands. And this might not be even happening right now because this is from whenever you find this reading, add 7 days to it. But there is somebody you're totally interested in already. That's the thing. All right. So things are going to start looking up in the week ahead from whenever you find this, but you're just still thinking about the bad choices they made. And that's what's got you rather guarded about what to do. So are you the one putting the pause on this because like they're not coming in correct? Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and you needed some time to like sit with it and process? Because it's like you're doing the pausing, like some of you guys staying single until someone shows up correct for you, right? And it's that it's just like, you know what, even maybe you're at the point of just staying single and focusing on your money. Like you're not worried about floating around or this and that, talking or entertaining or engaging other options. So it's like I'll put the pause in here because if they're not ready, then no problem, right? And so it's like that you've got one person that feels like they could keep you stuck indefinitely, that every time you wanted to reach out or keep going into it, that they're just like, oh no, I told you I'm not ready yet, we'll talk about it later, we'll talk about it later, we'll talk about, and every time later never came, right? And you didn't want to stay in that cycle. So some of you guys coming in on this one have just realized it, that there's a whole other vibes coming in off to the side. So you're still thinking on this bad vibes, but yet things had to be put on a little bit of a pause so that your person was getting rather emotional. The temper and the ego and the entitlement all combined on this one. The Moon card to the Two of Wands. The repeating twos are totally stalking you guys, Aquarius. And oh my God, including your twin flame. Aquarius, you got more than one person watching you, and I kid you not. You got the soulmate, the twin flame, and then some of you guys are married to this person. But the Page of Swords shows there were some lessons to seriously get learned, okay? They're wanting to take things to the next level, but they kept finding excuses to bury themselves, like they're always too busy, or because you guys live at a distance and they weren't interested in a long-distance relationship, or they had stuff going on in their lives that they were never all in it with you. And then it got to the point that, of course, you'd be guarded about them or have them blocked off because you weren't going to keep putting up with it. You just knew what they were doing, because it's like the fact that they kept stalling week after week is what led you to feeling kind of tapped out and over it, right? The thing on it is, even though you've got more than one energy entertaining you, it's telling me that you're devoted to this person, that you're like, you know what? I'm willing to wait. Like you got the patience of a saint. You know what I mean? And just doing you until they level up or they come in right. Some of you guys have totally been dealing with the twin flame journey. Maybe somebody, I don't know why, something about a motorcycle or something like that, right? And it's almost like look on the Moon card here with this girl wearing the sunglasses, the Helen Keller vibes, right? That they're just too blind to see. They didn't see what a good thing they had, and the runner started running because they couldn't overcome the vibe, right? And it got to the point that some of you guys might even be like in an energy, you don't know when it'll ever happen, but it's like you knew you had the real love. And if somebody you loved that much ripped your heart out the way they did, no wonder you'd be needing some time. You know, you'd need some time on this one because you're not looking in another direction. Either you want your twin flame or you want this person. And in the meantime, with the Eight of Pentacles, you're going to continue to work, focus on your money and vibes, because you're like, I'm not interested in entertaining friends with benefits and going back into dating just to get ghosted. And now that's right. You're just like, I know what I want. I know what I had. They just needed to grow up a bit because their stubbornness became a lot to deal with. And that King of Wands, they wouldn't change. They wanted to just be a player. They were very much in like Leo, Virgo vibes on this, maybe even Aries, because they just had to be the center of attention. Even Sagittarius could be a fire sign. And when you stopped giving the attention, they go anywhere else, right? The thing on this is some of you guys may even have a little bit like, do some of you guys have a little bit of guilt in your head Are you feeling guilty about something with them? Like, oh, the Four of Wands is here. Twin flame energy on this one. Aquarius, are you the runner? Are you an awoke runner? Because I have the vibes that it's like, if I didn't know better, the whole reading was roles reverse type of a thing. And it's an Aquarius, like taking accountability, right? It's like an Aquarius that's like, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I hit a break point and I crashed out and I left. I had to go. I couldn't do it anymore with the moon card, right? The Page of Pentacles on the 10 of Cups comes out on this one. But you've realized and understood it, didn't you? You realized on this one. So you've been putting in the work. It's not that you're chasing now, because you're like, I don't chase, I attract. So you've learned the lessons properly on the Page of Swords in the fact that you're becoming a rock, an energetical lighthouse as you make it through your healing journey, right? Hold on a second. That puzzle piece right there. So Aquarius, you're finding the missing puzzle piece that I just saw on TikTok. Somebody here is definitely trying to get into social media or is already into like digital content creation. 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands, into the 4 of Wands. I get it then. So when I said earlier, rewind if you missed it, that you were kind of thinking of the bad times instead of the good. It's like maybe you left somebody in a friend zone from many moons ago that you wish you hadn't of, right? Earlier relationships, something like that. The one that got away, the one that's always like the one that you still have that bracelet from, right? Because I keep seeing a bracelet. It might resonate. 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So the thing on this is that it's like, as you look back and reflect, you're like, wow, I was in a different mindset. And so things had to be put on a pause because like you were getting rather emotional. And then they were just wanting to take things to the next level, but they were being so intense about it. And that's why you were like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, right? But then they forced it. And the age difference net all was a factor in this one, right? You're welcome, Christina. Spinny hugs, girl. Big spinny hugs. You are a doll. All right. Capricorn energy is here along with Pisces and Cancer. Then you've got Leo. Leo's hanging out with Pisces. Then Capricorn, Pisces. Marsha. More Cancer energy with the Chariot too. Scorpio's here, Libra, Virgo. Some of you guys actually work together and it's making the workplace situation really awkward. But and Virgo. All right. Pretty strong on the Capricorn vibes. But so it's kind of like, here's the thing on this one. A reward this big, when the 6 of Wands comes out first, this reward is totally worth the wait. Why am I seeing somebody that like promise ring, engagement ring tan lines? It's almost like somebody pretends that they're in a relationship, or we'll call it manifestation, and yet the person isn't. Some of you guys, oh my goodness, some of you guys might be like through an experience that they never showed up, but it's worth the wait. The greatest works on this one, because it's like somebody like trying to manifest a person that no longer exists in this earthly plane. That might only be for 2 or 3% of you guys, straight up, okay? It might be what led to the crash out vibes. But the 6 of Wands, this is a dominant factor in this thing here too. Because with all this pentacle energy, is somebody like a tax accountant or a CPA or something that, do you work with money, or your person does or something? Is somebody gonna, single Aquarians, heads up, you might fall for your accountant. The H&R Block dude looking pretty good or something like that. Or for male Aquarians, the H&R Block girl. But anyways, yeah, because you're an awoke runner. And now you're in an energetical space that you're holding space for your divine counterpart. But because you're awoke, you can't help but get noticed. So it's like, at the moment, you're doing your best to keep on keeping on, even though it does kind of seem like not everything is working out 2 of Pentacles like it should. But behind the scenes, though, they're going through a test and maturing. They have to go through this in order to make them ready to be a partner. 2 of Pentacles, and help out in a more 6 of Pentacles balanced way, like in and around the home, right? Somebody's accustomed to a lifestyle that's like, oh, well, I'm not doing this or doing that. And then had you financially on the support side, but you're okay with this part now here. Because it does kind of seem like Oh, so the money's a little bit of a factor on this one, because what we've got going down is that they just had to come in more, because they weren't good at adulting. You guys were really young when this went down, right? Some of you guys really regret sending a text message, and you just have blind hope and faith in the Two of Swords that they're going to reach out, or that someday everything will be okay. But I'm being told to tell you that everything will be okay. They're going through that lesson in forgiveness. That's a big part on this one, okay? I know you've admitted and accepted responsibility that you were a runner that's gone through their awakening. Straight up, your person hasn't totally realized all that, but they're finishing it up right now, okay? You actually, believe it or not, have taken accountability for what you did faster than they have, all right? You're more woke than them. The thing on this is that they're learning how to adult. Maybe the age difference led to like one having a little more experience in the game of life other than the other one, right? Virgo and Aquarius energy on this, Capricorn. So the thing about it is that they're going to basically, okay, does somebody work in education or something? Because what I heard is basically they're going to pass home ec, where they're going to learn how to adult and take on the responsibilities and the burdens of life, right? And understand that life's not a Hallmark movie. It's also not a Lifetime movie, right? It doesn't work or happen that way. Life can be this way at times. So basically the incoming, you know what? With them passing this test and you successfully passing your lessons, stop feeling guilty that you were the runner. That cycle's done. You're good. You're resolved. You're about whatever is you're good. You're good. Resolution for the sins or whatever. You're okay. You 6 of Wands passed the test, and now they're going to catch up to you on this one. Okay, it's here's the thing: there is no energy set in stone on this part. You have the possibility to jump multiple timelines should you wish. Okay, so the possibilities going forward is limitless. Ooh, in fact, that movie might resonate to you. That movie with Bradley Cooper. Isn't Bradley Cooper in that movie Limitless? Right? The one where he gets all tweaked out on Lucky Charms or something. I forget what it's about. Anyways, I do hope that helps. 6 of Wands, the Moon card. Rest assured that even though you don't see or hear what's going on, the fears of the unknown, the Moon card represents that it's happening. All right? The 10 of Cups, your dreams. Your 10 of Cups is what you want for, wish for, and dream for in your subconscious is getting ready to be brought into life. Okay? I hope that helps. Aquarius, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code up here. There's also a link down in the description box, pinned comment, and it's in my bio on TikTok. All right. So check that out. Automated booking site, everything else the channel has to offer. Thank you for hyping and liking the reading too. It means the world to me. And stop being so hard on yourself, Aquarius. You made it through the stage. You are not a runner anymore. All right. Hope that helps. Until next we meet, you know I love you, Aquarius. All right. So I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and spinny hugs. You two are going to totally be okay. All right. Who doesn't love an Aquarius? You guys are amazing. You guys are a hybrid. You're an air sign that's a water bearer. You guys are amazing. How could somebody not love Aquarius? All right. The Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands. When you get this communication asking for a peaceful reunion and reconnection between the two of you and realize you didn't mess this up, you're going to be so Page of Wands happy. I can't wait to see the comments on this reading in the not too distant future that my Aquariuses are happy again and realize that what they did is not going to be held against them forever. You deserve happiness, Aquarius. Stop being so hard on yourself. God believes in you even when you don't. All right. I hope it helps. I'll see you next time. All right. Please hype and like the reading on the way out. Thank you for leaving a little comments, even if it's just emojis to keep your private life private. It really helps the channel and drives the algorithm with this new 2026 reset that YouTube did. So thank you so much for those little interactions here. It means the world to me. Totally. All right. Love you. Peace, love, and spinny hugs, Aquarius. Beam me up, Scotty. Okay. I don't know why, but I just saw William Shatner Aquarius. I don't know if this goes for Aquarius or Pisces, but I just saw William Shatner tonight on Rescue 911. I don't. Yeah, you all thought I was going to do a Star Trek reference, but I literally saw Bill Shatner doing Rescue 911. There you go. All right. Let's see. Onward and forward. Time for the grand finale. Y'all ready for this? All right. Let's do this. On to Pisces. All right, let's go for it here. Let's begin where we should go and start with Pisces here, because Pisces, as you know, you are the grand finale to the readings. That is the fireworks display that is the Zodiac. All right, so let's put your timestamps at 3:08:08 and let's rock and roll. Let's do it for Pisces. What up, pre-Pisces? How are you? Thank you for being here. And thank you for your patience as we get to your sign. All right, because as you know, we do save the best for last. The whole Zodiac does. That's why you're at the end of it. All right. You are the grand finale to the fireworks display that is the Zodiac readings. So let's dig in, tap in, and tune into Pisces energy. You ready for this? Here we go. Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? Give me everything you've got for Pisces. Let's go for it. Because supper's in the back seat and mama's home hungry. All right. Pisces. Give me 2 shuffles and let's go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the pretty, proud, powerful Pisceans. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Baby shark, doo doo. Why are we really? Okay. Baby shark. Anyways, I have no clue how that resonates. The Knight of Cups. Oh my God, it's my Freddie Prinze Jr. card in the Light Seers deck. Doesn't he look like Freddie Prinze Jr.? Pisces, I think you're all that. Even for my male Pisces, you know what I mean. Take it how it goes. All right. The Moon card. Oh my word. You've manifested this, Pisces, and you don't even know it. How 12th house of you? You haven't even realized you've manifested their transformation in the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. You made them miss you, not unintentionally. It's just your thoughts that did it, okay? And now in the 3 of Swords, it's like you're being really hard on yourself. Like, oh, maybe I suck at manifestations. I can't do anything right. Nothing's working. I got nothing, right? You're being way too hard on yourself. No wonder you're so tired. You're doing heavy manifesting for changes. You're like putting in the work with the 3 of Pentacles. You do have guardian angels on your side protecting you through some of the toughest and emotional times, okay? If you've been noticing like shadow people, having dreams, things like that, understand that those people, those figures you see in your dreams or the visions and that, the reason they don't speak or don't interact is that they're your guardian angels, okay? They're like your Buckingham Palace guards, all right? So they don't speak, but they protect you, all right? They're helping to guide you and keep you safe through some of the trying times in that 3 of Swords that you've been experiencing. Because the 3 of Swords doesn't always have to mean third party, right? 3 of Swords is a noun, Libra energy, person, place, or thing, okay? It was the emotional imbalances that led you to feeling exhausted, 3 of Swords, from what you put up with, right? All right, but you haven't done anything wrong. All right, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Empress, told you. You are literally calling in a 6 of Pentacles reciprocal relationship with someone that could never make up their mind. And the result of it was all the way that they would breadcrumb you through this. But in that Empress card, just the way you think about them and keep them on your mind, I'm not even going down the usual road of, oh, there's a deep soulmate connection. Pisces is like, I know that. I'm the 12th house. Yeah, deep connection. You got anything new? Exactly. How about them in that new mindset? Because of you thinking that of like, oh yeah, they're never going to change. Oh, they haven't done the work. It's almost like God's like, hang on a second. I got this. All right. So you are calling it and manifesting it in. It's giving birth from your ideas. No wonder you're so tired, because you're working on changing them. Because look, they're on the other side of the fence. Look at them looking out from a distance in that 2 of Wands, regretting the decision that they'd made. And it's all the choices that, because of what you keep thinking in your thoughts, that it transmits to them through the energy, and it's what keeps you on their mind, okay? This connection is a really strong one to break, right? Knight of Cups to the Moon card. All right, the Judgment card on the Chariot, the Death card, that leads to the Knight of Pentacles. Look at your person ascending here to catch up with you, because this Judgment card is Scorpio energy, which talks about looking inward, realizing what they did to cause a problem in the connection, and taking accountability and wanting to change and transform. Cancer, Scorpio energy, really strong with that one. But look at all these major arcanas. That's a change that you never thought you'd ever see happen, right? Even for those of you that have had bad experiences in love in your love life your whole life, almost to the point that you feel cursed or jinxed and they're tired of waiting for this to all happen, right? Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, even though it does take for Rick and ever to happen, the Knight of Pentacles, this is my U.S. Postal Service in the tarot, because neither rain or sleet or snow stops the Knight of Pentacles from delivering the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Knights deliver messages, with a determination, okay? Taurus energy on this Knight of Pentacles, in that it might take forever. He might be barefoot and walking now, taking the horse with him, but one way or another, he's getting all those Ace of Pentacles to their destinations, okay? Somebody here, you or them, may work for the post office, or maybe a delivery driver, Amazon or something. You or them could be born on the 20th or the 7th, the 13th, maybe the 6th or 31st. The 3rd and the 23rd are here too so far. You've got Cancer and Scorpio vibes. Aries is here, Libra and Taurus. It's more Scorpio and more Taurus. See, a lot of fixed energy. They were stubborn, weren't they? And you never thought, you're like, they'll never change. I really feel like you're the one that has made this person Two of Wands to decide to change and transform and become a better man or a better woman for you. Okay? Then you guys definitely need to check your mailbox. Something about the post office resonates, or a package coming in on here. 8 of Pentacles, Temperance on the 7 of Cups. So this is somebody that's getting everything in order, because you know what it is that this person always seems to think they know what's best for you and for everyone else around, and they never explain themselves or their actions, and it leads you to doubting yourself, right? When you know you're right about something, and yet they're gonna be like, oh, Pisces, I'll handle this, don't you worry. And then later they come back and it's like, clunk, Pisces, you're right. You're like, told you. So I do actually, with the moon card being down here, your major arcana, I like this because I do see you coming into an energy of taking your power back. Whenever I get a sign's major arcana in the reading, that's the energy of a glow up or a grow up or a level up. So I do feel like a sudden burst of confidence coming in for you in the week ahead. From whenever you find this reading, add 7 days, that things start moving forward with the 8 of Wands, okay? You're going to come to a point in the week ahead of feeling unstuck, all right? Coming out of an 8 of Swords vibe and going into an 8 of Wands vibe, Gemini, Sagittarius, okay? And with all that Gemini energy on this one, it really does feel like communication does start coming in the 2 of Cups right on time. 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that, remember, the Wheel of Fortune, that's the card of free will. I always look at the Wheel of Fortune like an energetical roundabout, that you're that close to completing this part of the journey, and your person is entered into a roundabout where they're deciding which way to proceed. How do we go? How do we overcome this thing? Okay. The way that like their actions is what led you to doubting yourself. So the way they manipulated and used their words, and like always assumed that they always knew what was best for everybody. That's the problem, especially when their own assumptions are based on lies and inaccuracies. Sorry, Crosswatcher, right? Pisces be like, sky is blue. Crosswatcher be like, no, it's not, it's green. And you just got to a point, Pisces, that you were like, bless your heart, that's fine. Yep, it's green. However that resonates, right? It's like you just chose to start picking your battles wisely when everybody kept coming at you negatively, trying to tell you what to do. Oh, Pisces, you know you got to do this. Oh, Pisces, you know it's time for this. Oh, Pisces, you know you got, and you're like, would you guys just let me be myself for a minute? Nobody ever lets Pisces be Pisces. They always just assume that they know you. And they prejudge with this Judgment card, right? That was what they had to work on to overcome. It's that they really needed to work on their ability to see things from someone else's perspective other than their own, right? The Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, it does show that they actually have gone through this. I mean, granted, it's taken a long time, but so they are working on this behind the scenes, because when you cut them off, they did not see it coming, and it shocked them. They thought they knew you. They never took a chance to get to know you, and they found out that Pisces has piranha teeth, right? They thought they could just take advantage of you, and then once they had you on the hook, you wouldn't, like, they thought you'd put up with this forever. And the fact that you wouldn't is what led them to decide that they wish to be a better person. Like, I can see in the future here that at your guys' wedding, talking to your person, Pisces, and then being like, you see that fish over there? And I'm like, fish, that's a human being. No, it's a Pisces. Oh, okay, gotcha, sure. All right. That's the person that made me want to be a better person. And everybody goes through one of those people in their lives. It's the grand mal awakening point that causes the glow up, the grow up, and the level up, right? So they really thought they could get their mind games past you, but your 12th house intuition picked up on it, and they learned a lesson about playing with someone's heart. The Judgment card. Some of you guys may work together, or you will, but the Eight of Pentacles does show them putting in the work on it, all right? Instead of looking at all their possessions and thinking that everything was based on status and clout and you bending to their will and doing it this way, they're realizing that they were so worried about all of that they never really focused on real love. So I do see them passing a test here and taking others people's feelings into considerations and to take responsibilities for their actions. For some of you, they just spent way too much money and you couldn't stand it. You're like, times are tough. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. We're trying to be thrifty. And you got to go out and get into the sports betting or the online gambling or just shopping. Maybe somebody's an Amazonaholic. You know what I mean? Right? And you're trying to hold everything together when they're like, oh, it's okay. It's only $10 more a month. You know, money and sex. That's the two biggest things the couples will fight about. But in the Two of Cups, it does feel like the time's right because you guys are still energetically connected. Okay. So those of you that haven't already gotten this message from them, you're going to Tower card. Okay, this is where we divide into two groups of Pisces. Okay, that makes more sense because some of you guys have already gotten the message. Okay, you just don't trust it after what went through. Like, they're talking a good talk, but can they walk the walk? Just so you know, the good Lord above is on your side and wouldn't let them reach out for you with this Page of Pentacles unless they had made it through. And they know what they want this time. And so for those of you that haven't heard from them yet, the communication is coming in, okay? We're just at the beginning of that new year, that new start, and this stuff's starting to give way. So if you haven't yet, I actually do feel that you hear from them in, like, I want to say, for some reason, I keep wanting to say the week ahead, but I'm being told something about 8 days. There's an 8th day needed, or this Beatles song, 8 days a week, may resonate. I just could not get out that it happens in 1 week. For some reason, I had to have 1 extra day. Don't know why. All right. Maybe some of you guys live in a different time zone or because of where you are in the world. It like just mess. I don't know. But the King of Cups, maybe they just needed that. I think for you guys, what it is you get to a point of a birthday text or communication. But they reach out early to start making plans because they want things fixed by your birthday. And you're just like, there's no way they've done this work. This could be too good to be true. But in this vibe, them coming in, they actually have. Because you made them want to change. All right. Remember, whenever you find this reading, apparently for you, add 8 days to it. Or somebody's a life path number 8. You and them might be born on the 8th, the 2nd, the 28th, the 27th, 18th. Some of those repeating 8s showing up. And I keep seeing, like, I don't know why, but the red keeps drawing me around on it. Okay? And the Chariot's there. Maybe somebody drives a red car, or you keep seeing a red car on repeat or something. I don't know. Just a sign to watch out for. King of Cups. They've actually done the work because they chose to. Because they wanted to be with you. Even in this time apart, something you never thought happened winds up happening. I love it. That Two of Cups. This is a deep connection. They just got to go through that Tower moment and realize that you're the one that they want. Totally up to you. But I do see, like, there's about 8% of you guys here that are already working things out with this person. Let us know down there in the comments so that the other 92% know that it's getting ready to happen. Okay, it lets us judge how close we are to the union. All right, so I hope that helps, Pisces. Thank you for being here, being a part of this. If you want to book a personal reading with me or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, you can just scan the QR code. It'll take you to the automated booking site. Also, the links are down in the description box, pinned comment, and pinned in my bio. All right, thanks for being a part of the fam. And until next we meet, Pisces, I'll see you then. Peace, love, and spinny outs. Love you, Pisces. All right. You are welcome, Julie. Thank you for being here. I do hope it resonates. I always get so confused. It's like, because that's why I'm Archer and I disconnect from the readings. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope this makes sense. Right? Like, I saw somebody that like either moved out on Pisces or threw Pisces out or something. Haven't heard from in like forever after a lot. It's wild. And yet they still wish to come back. It's like somebody's got the whole U-Haul packed up and they're like, nope, decided not to. Right? It's the age-old Titanic analogy. I changed my mind, you know. But I love you guys. Oh, gorgeous! And is that gorgeous unicorn? Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Shelly, Social Shelly, E Doyles. All right, guys, we made it. Thank you, Cappy Goat, for modding. Thank you, Melissa, all the mod squads, everything that you guys all do for the channel. Thank you to all the super chatters too. You guys are amazing and a blessing, helping Mama T back on her feet and that. Jean, it is so good to see you. Thank you for the compliments. Tarot, we always, every tarot reader goes through it where it's like, I'm not connecting to this. Somebody else is gonna, like, there's a million other readers out there. Why would they want to watch me? So thank you guys to let me know. I appreciate it. The confirmations always help. Love you guys. You're welcome, Queen Tiki. I miss you, girl. Spinny hugs. What up, everybody? All right. We're gonna get rolling so we can get on to the next things here. And remember, Aries through Pisces individual readings are back starting this week. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. All right. There is a schedule posted on the page you can check out. All right. And I think we're good. Thank you guys all very much for being here. And until next time, I will see you then. All right. So until then, though, peace, love, and spinny hugs. Bye, guys.
I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do. And you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss you. The way that you sing in the car, like hearing where you are, driving to work or to school, and doing everything you do. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I miss you. I know I've done a lot of bad things to you, give me one more chance and I will make it up to you. You know it would mean a lot. I'm giving it all that I've got. I'd do anything for you, anything that you want me to. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I'd do anything for you, and I miss. I miss you, yeah. Yes, I miss you.